It's August 8th, a beautiful night here in Bourne, Massachusetts. Game 1 of the West Division Finals. Your Cotuit Kettleers taking on the Bourne Braves for the third straight postseason. The formula is simple. Win and you're back in the Cape League Championship. Cotuit on the hunt for their 18th in franchise history, and none better the time to tune in than here on the Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. Chris Albright joined alongside Connor Shue. We'll be joined by the new third member of our team, Jada Marine, throughout this one. And a special thank you to the third member of our team, Brooke Kilgore, for all the incredible work that she put in throughout this season. It's a shame we had to see her leave early, but we've got one final treat with her name on it coming up shortly. Connor, this is game 1 of the finals, but I think we need to go back to how the Kets got here, which was sweeping the Wareham Gatemen in the divisional series.
And it was about as close of a sweep as you could possibly get. Both games went to extra innings. The Kets won the first one 5-4 in a heroic effort by Luke Matthews, getting an RBI single in the top half of the 10th and making a couple of incredible defensive plays in the bottom half. In the second game at home, it took 11 innings for the Kettleers to get a win 4-2 off the bat of Landon Beaver. He smashed one over the right field wall to write that one into the books and get the Kettleers to the final round of Western Division playoff play.
And for one last time, I have the absolute privilege to say, let's hear what our third member of our team, Brooke Kilgore, had to say. She caught up with Lauren Hibbs and Landon Beaver after that win over Wareham.
Walk-off victory in extra innings. Landon Beaver just absolutely dunked by Gatorade there. Congratulations on the walk-off home run. What an incredible moment. How are you feeling?
On top of the world right now. On top of the world. Really cold, really wet, you know. On top of the world, though.
Definitely. Can you describe to me a little bit about what that at-bat felt like? We were calling it. We kind of said a Landon Beaver home run would be incredible right now, and you just put it to pen.
I mean, I've been on the barrel all day, and nothing was falling, so I had a lot of confidence going into that beat. I faced that guy in my first game here, and I knew the stuff they had. I was just sitting dead red heater, and I got my pitch, and I put it over the fence.
And of course, the Kettleers started the season 1-7. You weren't here there, and you just helped push them to the West Divisional final. What does that feel like for you?
Feels great. You know, playoff baseball is always special. It's always fun, and I'm just hoping we keep it going and we keep winning. So.
All right. Thank you so much, Landon. Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Back to you guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Of course, Max April, our photographer, walking by to pick up the blue bat. Love it. Love to see it, Max. Thank you. Coach, 4-2, extra innings walk-off victory. You did it against Wareham a couple of days ago, and you clinch your place at least in the finals here against Hyannis or Bourne. We're going to see how that series goes. You did it. How does that feel?
Well, our players, I mean, they're the ones you try to put them in position to be successful, and you know, Manka was good on the front end. Kide was unbelievable out of the bullpen, and then Beaver, the new guy. I mean, what a swing on that. I mean, you know, I think he had like every ball he barreled today and didn't get rewarded early. Hit a couple balls that I think on normal days would have been home runs, but good for our guys. They continue to grind, continue to play. We used about everybody again today, and just proud and happy for our players. You can't simulate this, you know, in like fall scrimmages, even whatever school they're at. You can't simulate this. They just have to live it. They have to be in the moment. And, you know, these games are really going to help all of them moving forward with their careers, whether it's just in college or professional baseball. So it's good for them. I think that they've grown a lot here the last week and a half.
Of course, the first 7.5 innings just flew by for this team, Manka being a big part of that. And you took down one of the top hitters in the league right now with the Wareham Gatemen. So just how does that feel knowing your team battled back? I feel like you and I talk about this all the time, battling back from adversity. They do it again here tonight.
Well, a lot of respect for Wareham. I mean, they do a great job. We've had some really good games with them. They got really good players. They got good plans. So, you know, just exhale, and we'll see if we play tomorrow, if we play on Friday, and Our guys have really bought in, and it's good to see them get rewarded.
We heard you in the dugout going into the 11th inning saying, cover everything, cover everything. Do you think those guys did it out there tonight?
Well, just, you don't want to get beat by spin. You don't want to get really good players. They got players. 100% about the players. 100% about the players always. And you try to put them in position to be successful. But we didn't hit the ball for Beaver. He got in there and he put a great swing on it. We didn't. Key was awesome. We put him in a good position, but they got to make plays. And again, I think we've had a good day of the summer. It was a struggle early in the summer, but again, we continue to get better and winning a series here against a really good organization. We're happy for it. We get to play again, so we get another chance to play best 2 out of 3.
All right, Coach, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All righty. Proud of you, too, for your growth. It's awesome.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Back up to you guys one last time.
Got something for
Back here on the Cotuit Kettleers pregame show, Chris Albright joined alongside Connor Shue. The Cotuit Kettleers taking on the Bourne Braves in Game 1 of this West Division Finals Series. Connor, these two teams met 5 times throughout the regular season. Bourne taking the season series 3-2. It seemed like the Bravos were always a thorn in Cotuit's side.
They sure were, and there were plenty of fireworks in pretty much every game they played. The first one, Bourne actually walked off Cotuit 5-4 right here on this field in a really brutal fashion. Braden Holcomb hit a single to bring home John LeGrande, who's been a force in the base paths all season for Bourne. And then that second one, Cotuit got back at Bourne, winning 6-4 at home thanks to 6 runs in the first 2 innings. And then they kept building on it. A 10-3 win right here. Cotuit, a 6-run 7th inning to get through that one. And it felt like all systems were a go there. But the next time they played against each other, it was right here in this same place. And guess what happened? A walk-off. Cade Lewis singled in a runner to win that one. The second walk-off in as many starts as Joe Colucci made against the Kettleers. And he made a 3rd start later that summer in the final game these teams met. Bourne won 7-4 on Cotuit's home turf, and Joe Colucci started and went 5 innings of 2-run ball. He looked really good, and Bourne got the win. And guess who's starting today? Joe Colucci.
So we should pivot, and instead of saying that the Bourne Braves are a thorn in Cotuit's proverbial side, it's Joe Colucci, who has just been slicing and dicing, not in the sense of his numbers, but setting his team up for success whenever he pitches against Cotuit, and he's looking to do the same today. Managers meeting at home plate. Scott Landers for Bourne. Kevin Frady being an interim manager today. He is walking out of the dugout. Nothing too serious. We'll keep you posted, especially post-game. Lauren Hibbs not out at the coaches meeting for this one. We'll keep you updated just when we hear more about him. But it's been a good season so far for Cotuit, looking to extend it here today. You talked about Joe Colucci on the mound. The Cotuit Kettleers will be stepping up to face him first, being the visiting team. And a lot of faces in the lineup have seen the Bourne Braves multiple times throughout the season just because a lot of guys in the lineup have been around the team for some time.
And they sure have. Cam Johnson leading off actually has one of the best rates of success against Bourne this entire season. 8 for 20 against the Bravos in regular season play. Then it's Ryan Farber and Caden Bogenpool, 2 and 3. Zan Von Schlegel, Landon Beaver, Jack Natilli, 4 through 6. Nolan Stevens, Luke Matthews, and Taggart Tyson rounding out the lineup. And that's a lineup that's almost identical to what we saw last game, just with Taggart Tyson swapping in for Luke Lavin in that 9-hole in the catcher position. So with those two kind of flip-flopping depending on the handedness of the starting pitcher, other than that, it's been the same deal for the Kettleers for the majority of this postseason, and I think it's worked. I mean, we saw Landon Beaver come in and be great in that first game, and that earned him a spot in the 5-hole, and then we saw what happened last game, a walk-off homer off his bat. So I really like where things are at lineup-wise for Cotuit.
And as for the defense behind Joe Colucci, Bourne has had good fielders both infield and outfield this entire summer.
John LeGrande, certainly one of them out in left field. He's made plenty of plays there and in center. Braden Holcomb's in center field today, been a thorn in Cotuit's side. Cal Sefcik, 5 hits last time these teams played in the regular season out and right. Cade Lewis moving to third base with Riker Waite to his left at short. Then it's Ryan Cooney at second, Jason Torres at first, Gavin Kelly doing the catching for Joey Colucci.
Out of Bourne's lineup card, everyone has faced Cotuit multiple times this summer, aside from the designated hitter, and we'll talk about Luke Costello when we talk about Bourne's lineup, but he has just been an incredible late season addition for the Bravos. That's really the name of the game here. You got to find the guys that can step up at a late season kind of part of the season. I mean, it's a short season. It's only a summer league here. You only play 40 games, but those guys that you could bring in, you look at what Landon Beaver's done, that's really where you find your success in the playoffs.
Him and Luke Costello are really counterparts on both of these sides. I mean, Costello was a guy who almost had a 1,000 OPS at Wake Forest this past spring, and Landon Beaver is a guy who absolutely raked at the summer ball circuit in the Valley League before he came on Cape. And he's just done the same exact thing, rake. So these two guys are certainly going to have a great time duking it out in the late season, trying to pull for their teams as some true reinforcements on the diamond.
The reinforcements looking to become heroes in their short times with their teams this summer. This is the part of the year where you make or break, depending on what you play. We'll take a quick break here on Cape League TV. Starting pitching matchup coming up.
The Kettleers interns in the very popular t-shirt toss is brought to you by Paul J. Casalt & Sons, certified roofing experts, proudly serving Cape Cod and Plymouth since 1927. If you've got roofing, siding, or gutter needs, let the Casalt family take care of your family.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all, from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
Kettleers Baseball is brought to you by Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons, the maxillofacial surgery and dental implant center of South Yarmouth. Doctors Thea Herodis, Meyer, and Sarapak are the Cape's leading experts in oral biopsies, wisdom teeth extractions, and dental implant reconstructive surgery. The Kettleers 50-50 raffle is brought to you by 4 Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit 4 Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets now.
From bean to bite, sip, savor, and share a moment at Cape Cod Coffee. Their 2 Mashpee locations include the perfect brunch spot at Mashpee Commons and a lunch and dinner restaurant with a full bar right off Route 130. Cape Cod Coffee has also opened a new location in Wareham Crossing where you can indulge in delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. Visiting any of these locations will leave you absolutely thrilled. Cape Cod Coffee is a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers.
The Kettleers are sponsored by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 681 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers. Welcome back to the Kettleers Digital Network. Almost first pitch here at Durand Park, and we'll take a quick look at the pitching matchup today. On the mound for Bourne, Joe Colucci, and the starting pitcher for Cotuit, Nick Wimberly. The third member of our team, Jada Marine, will tell you more about each pitcher.
Thanks, Chris. This Cotuit offense will line up against Bourne righty Joey Colucci out of Virginia, who will be making his 4th start against the Cats this summer. In his 3 previous outings, Colucci has given up 6 earned runs on 13 hits and just 11 and 2/3 innings pitched. He struggled with his command against Cotuit, issuing 7 walks to just 5 strikeouts. His best of the 3 outings came in his last matchup between these two squads, tossing 5 innings and surrendering 7 hits, but he did limit the Cats to just 2 runs in the Braves' 7-4 win last week at Lowell Park. The Braves will, on the other hand, will be opposed by right-hander Nick Wimberly out of Florida Atlantic. Wimberly made his Cape League debut just a week ago, tossing 5 shutout innings of 2-hit ball against Wareham, striking out 4 and walking none. He's been completely dominant this summer on the bump after arriving from the Cal Ripken Collegiate League. There he made 6 starts, posting an ERA of 2.67 and 27 innings of work. What's most exciting about his performance this summer is he's retiring over 36% of the hitters he's facing via strikeout compared to just a walk rate of 11%. Opposing hitters are hitting an abysmal 136 against a 6-foot right-hander. He's a guy that's not afraid to fill up the zone, which we all saw in his last outing. But he's going to be tested against a Bourne offense that refuses to strike out, holding a league's best 20% strike rate, as well as ranking in first in team batting average and on-base percentage against right-handers. Guys, it will be very intriguing to see what these starters do.
Thank you, Jada Marine, for that outlook on the starting pitchers tonight. Joe Colucci, the righty up on the mound for Bourne, donned in the home whites of the Bravos. Red Brave script across the chest, red numerals on the back, red ball caps with a navy brim. Cotuit, garnished in their maroon road uniforms, navy numerals, white trim around them, white pants with the maroon pinstripes, maroon socks visible when those pants are pulled up to your knees. Camden Johnson, the leadoff man for Cotuit, digs into the left-handed batter's box. It will be lefty-righty to start this one here at Durand Park on a beautiful Friday evening. Blue skies shining, the lights not yet on at Durand Park. Colucci stares down his catcher, Kelly. Glove to his chest, he is ready. The first pitch. Johnson takes low and in. Ball 1. First pitch today at 6:04 local time. A beautiful 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Not a whole lot of gusty wind, but there's a consistent breeze billowing out in center field. The 0-1. Chopped on the ground, right side, gloved on a couple hops by Cooney. Charging in, he makes the throw to first in time. 4-3 on the putout.
Now batting from Texas State.
A quick out worked by Joe Colucci and company. Ryan Farber, the switch hitter, will step up. He'll be batting lefty against the righty Colucci. Farber this season for Cotuit, an everyday man, appeared in all 40 of the regular season games for the Kets. He hit .278. His on-base plus slugging, .717. 42 hits, tied for the most on the team. The pitch. Swung on and cracked high in the air towards left field, slicing a bit for LeGrande. He'll take a couple steps to his right and then make the catch up above his head. Quickly 2 away here at Durand Park for this matchup between your Cotuit Kettleers and the Bourne Braves. Caden Bogenpole, the tall lefty out of Missouri State, will dig in. 3 straight lefties to face Joe Colucci. Colucci up on the mound, had an impressive summer. The 6'5", 220 righty just wrapped up his year as a Virginia Cavalier. Bogenpole takes a first pitch ball just below his knees and a touch inside. Colucci this summer, through 8 appearances in the regular season, spun 28 1/3 innings, gave up 15 earned runs, walked 13, struck out 16. The 1-0. Bogenpole takes again, that one a strike on the inner half. 1-1 the count to Bogenpole with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Colucci, 3 starts against Cotuit this summer. All of them resulted in Bourne wins. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back to the screen. Count now runs to 1-2. A short brick backstop behind home plate here at Durand Park, just about 2 feet high. A tall net towers above it. A decent amount of foul ground behind home plate, a lot of it gravel. Short grassy area behind the dish. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Colucci has his pitch. Got it from the device on his front left wrist. The 1-2. Swung and ripped foul down the first base line. Not a large porch down the left field line. It's only 330 feet down the left field line, 300 feet down the right field line. You look out in center field, 395 dead central. That sign placed right below a tall flagpole with a billowing American flag. The 1-2 in there, called strike 3. Bogan pulled down, looking. A 1-2-3 inning worked by Joe Colucci to start this one for Bourne. Bottom of the first coming up.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
We're offering 0% for 60 months on CAT's new lineup of compact track loaders. That's 0% for machines that have been redesigned from the ground up. 0% for new features and big comfort.
Nice cab, heated seat, great machine.
0% for more power and performance.
Picked up a big 4,000-pound block like it was nothing.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left.
Bottom of the first, Cotuit went 3 up, 3 down. Joe Colucci needed only just 8 pitches. Nick Wimberly on the bump for Cotuit. If you're looking to stay even with Bourne, you got to look to the pitching, and Nick Wimberly is the guy.
And he's only made 1 start on Cape this summer, but it was a great one. 5 shutout innings against a tough Wareham team in one of the last games of the regular season. Just went out there and gave Cotuit a chance to win. Got a lot of swing and miss despite only 4 strikeouts. He was getting whiffs, and the pitch mix he has certainly plays here.
Wimberly on the mound today for Cotuit. 6 foot flat, 190 out of Port St. John, Florida. Plays his college ball at Florida Atlantic. A trio of FAU pitchers on this Cotuit lineup. Just 1 appearance for Cotuit this season. This will be his first playoff appearance for the Kettleers as well. He'll be facing the righty Gavin Kelly to start this bottom of the first. Still no score here at Durand Park. It will be Kelly, then Lewis and Holcomb to start things off for Scott Lander's squad. Wimberly set at the belt. The righty kicks and deals. First pitch is swung on. It's a soft dribbler towards Johnson at third. Gobbles it up, takes a step, and then fires across the diamond in time. Infield for Cotuit, it's Johnson, Farber, Matthews, and then Beaver, third to first. Camden, Johnson, and Ryan Farber sure-handed as ever on the left side of the infield. And then you look to the right side, Luke Matthews and Landon Beaver just as impressive. Luke Matthews' defensive effort in Game 1 of the postseason, that road game against Wareham, just can't be talked about enough. He was incredible at second base. The batter's now the lefty, Cade Lewis, playing third base today. He takes a first pitch well outside. That fastball missed up and away. Count 1-0 on Cade Lewis with 1 out and no one on here in the bottom of the first. Outfield and infield straight away. Bogan pull a step to his right. The pitch. Tails away. Count now 2-0 on Cade Lewis. He's experienced some success against Cotuit this summer. On the season, he's 6 for 19 against Cotuit with a pair of RBIs, including a walk-off winner in Game 4. That 2-0 misses outside again. Count now 3-0. A trio of pitches that have missed outside the zone, well away from Cade Lewis. On the season, Lewis put up impressive numbers. 36 hits, And that 3-0 misses up and away, a 4-pitch walk. None of them really challenging in the zone.
It's much different from that first outing where he was really pounding the zone early and often, and he did that again as a first batter. Kelly got him to roll over to third pretty quickly, but different fortune against Lewis, who obviously, you mentioned it, he has great numbers against Cotuit this summer, so don't want to let him get off to a hot start.
Braden Holcomb will dig in. Holcomb, 6'4", 250, tall right-handed hitter. He has been pummeling the baseball against Cotuit. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. That was a breaking ball low and away. This season against the Kets, Holcomb 7 for 20, 6 RBIs, 5 runs. All of those Bourne team highs against the Kets. Time is called. Nick Wimberly tying his right cleat just behind the mound. Double knots it, I'm sure, and he'll step back up onto the slab. He's on the first base side of it. A runner on first in the form of Cade Lewis, 1 out. The count 0-1 on Braden Holcomb. He takes a breath outside the right-handed batter's box. Now we'll dig back in. 0-1 the count. The kick and the pitch. Fastball just a bit inside at the belt. Count evens at 1-1. Outfield straight away. It's Von Schlegel, Bogenpol, and Stevens. That left field position has been a rotating musical chair. The 1-1. Swung on and chopped foul. Took a funky hop. It landed fair just about a foot in front of home plate, then kicked hard to the left and went past the third base line. Holcomb will have to return to the batter's box. Count will be 1-2 with 1 out. The first baseman, Landon Beaver, still keeping Lewis close at the bag. Good-sized crowd on hand. The grandstands, you could call them, the elevated tiers of seating are packed, full of people both down the third base line and first base line. Holcomb digs back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count with 1 out here in the bottom of 1. The pitch. Low and in the zone. Count now even at 2-2. We've seen Wimberly use that breaking ball a couple times. It will end up in the left-handed batter's box when he starts it in the zone, tailing low and away to a right-handed hitter. 2-2 the count. And they're called strike 3. Bit of a breaking ball from Wimberly, and he punches out Braden Holcomb. That's the first strikeout of the campaign for Wimberly.
Just kept the changeup on the inner half of the plate, and Holcomb thought that one was just going to dip a little bit lower, but it hung on the low inside corner of the zone, and that's one that was just dotted perfectly by Nick Wimberly.
2 outs now. Still no score in the bottom of the first. Riker Waite up. A pickoff throw to first, not in time. Wimberly's got a good diving changeup, has a nice tail on it. Once it gets over home plate, it will drop a good half foot. Here's the pitch to Waite. He takes a strike, top part of the zone. The catcher, Tiger Tyson, did a good job of that, bringing that one back down with his frame. Count 0-1 on Riker Waite, the shortstop for Bourne. The pitch. Outside. Count evens at 1-1. Waite, the Vanderbilt Commodore, hit .287 in 33 games for Bourne this regular season. Had 31 hits. 8 of those extra base hits. 1-1. Just a bit outside. Count now 2-1. Cade Lewis remains camped at first. He reached there via a walk. Has not advanced. 2-1 the count with 2 outs, no score. The pitch. Waite takes again. That's a strike. Top part of the zone. A couple of strikes just beneath the letters, and Wimberly's dotting the zone now, looking for back-to-back punch-outs to end this first inning. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. The kick and the pitch. Swung on and sliced foul over the third base dugout. Quickly out of play. Count remains 2-2. Outfield straightaway, infield playing deep. Camden Johnson's about 10 feet off the third base line. 2-2 the count, and a pickoff move over to first, trying to keep Cade Lewis honest. In the regular season, he didn't attempt a stolen base. More so precautionary checks now. Wind blowing in from center field. 2-2. Sails high. That one nearly eye level with the 5'10" Riker Waite. He'll take a breath outside of the left-handed batter's box and dig back in. Wimberly back on the mound. Tan glove at his belt. He'll take a deep breath. Payoff pitch on its way. Just a bit outside. A full count walk issued to Riker Waite. 2 runners aboard now for Bourne, both of them reaching via a base on balls. In Nick Wimberly's first appearance, he only issued 1 walk, has 2 already in the first inning.
And the Wareham hitters were biting a lot more when he was working the outer corner like he is now, and Riker Waite has such a good eye at the plate that he just wouldn't budge on anything on the corners.
Kyle Sefcik, the batter. The first pitch to him, a strike, bottom part of the zone. Sefcik, 6 foot flat, 220. He's playing right field today. Just wrapped up his year at Cincinnati. Only appeared in 16 regular season games for Bourne, but he hit .400. The pitch. Bit of an excuse me swing, and that's chopped directly towards Cotuit's first base dugout. And that sounded like the bat splintered. Yeah, Cal Sefcik will just drop the bat right in front of the bat boys for Bourne and get a new piece of lumber. It was funky sounding coming off the bat. It was a bit of a check swing and just caught near where the handle turns into the barrel. So Sefcik has a new piece of firewood, hopefully a different one than the one he was swinging in Game 5 of this season series where he went 5 for 5 against Cotuit. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Swung on and sliced foul down the right field line. Looks to be out of play. A lot of foul ground in the infield area, but the fence is pinched towards the corners here at Durand Park, so not a whole lot of foul ground the deeper you get in the outfield. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs. The pitch. Called strike 3. Breaking ball catches the corner. 2 strikeouts to end the inning for Nick Wimberly. Bourne strands a pair of runners on the bases. We'll head to the second. 0-0 the score.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Top of 2 here at Durand Park. Bourne and Cotuit knotted up. Still no score in this one. Game 1 of the West Division Finals. Kevin Frady manning the third base coaching box, and he's managing skipper duties today, Connor.
He is. No Lauren Hibbs for this game, and we hope all the best for him. Had to exit earlier on before the game, and now it's up to Kevin Frady to try and lock it in for the guys.
It will be Zan von Schlegel, Landon Beaver, and Jack Natilli due up for Cotuit. 4, 5, and 6 after the Kets were retired in order in the first. The first pitch, a fastball low in the zone for ball 1. Von Schlegel, 3 for 9 against Bourne this summer, has an RBI. That one came in a game here at Bourne, one of his RBIs in extra innings. 1-0 the count, no one out, the pitch. Swung on and chopped high towards shortstop, coming in, gloving it. Wait makes the throw in time to first. Had to feel that ball up near his chin. Took a couple of high hops to get to him. That's out number 1. 4 straight retired to start this game from Joe Colucci. It will be Landon Beaver due up, the man who played hero.
And just back to Colucci for one more second. It seems like he gets better every single time he faces Cotuit.
That he does, and the numbers back him up. Landon Beaver digs in. Crouch stance in the left-handed batter's box. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. That was in the dirt. Count 0-1. Colucci has appeared now, this being his 4th time against Cotuit this summer. The first 3 all in regular season play. He went 2 innings, game 1, gave up 2 runs. He went 4 innings, his second outing, gave up 2 runs, and then 5. That 0-1 misses upstairs, count now 1-1. And in that game where he went 5 innings, he also gave up 2 runs. Didn't get many strikeouts, though. Had 2 a pair of times and then 1 in the other game. The 1-1 sails high. 2-1 now the count. 1 out here in the top of 2. Still no score. Cotuit trying to get their first base hit on the board. Landon Beaver, who had the walk-off home run against Wareham, up. The pitch, cut on and missed. Count now evens at 2-2.
And it's funny, before he hit that walk-off, he had 3 hard-hit balls that just got knocked down by the wind and ended up as pretty deep flyouts, so felt like he was due the whole way.
2-2 the count with 1 out, no one on. The pitch. Low at the toes of Beaver. Count now 3-2. Wind will not be aiding him here. It's blowing in from straightaway center. If anything, it's pushing a little towards the left field line. 3-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss from Beaver. The second strikeout of the day from Joe Colucci. That's his first swinging. And now he's matched what was his game high against Cotuit in strikeouts with 2. It's just the top of the second here. Jack Natilli, the batter. He is the designated hitter for Cotuit today. Splits that with his time catching. He digs into the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch to Natilli. Up and in. Natilli needs to keep his head on a swivel against Bourne. He's been hit by a pitch 5 times this season against the Bravos. 1 in every single game that Cotuit has played Bourne this summer. He has been banged up here at Duran Park. 1-0. Low and away, but a wave and a miss. Natilli, we've seen him go fishing for those pitches low and away. He's a home run hunter. He's got a lot of power in his swing. 6 home runs on the season for Natilli, a trio of those for grand slams. 1-1. Low and away, didn't bite. Count now 2-1. Natilli in the regular season for Cotuit, he finished hitting .248 with a .798 OPS. Had 24 RBIs. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Natilli takes that south of the zone, ball 3. 3-1 now the count with 2 outs. Colucci has sat down 5 straight Cotuit batsmen. Ket's looking to get someone on base here in the top of the second. The pitch. Swung on and cracked on the ground up the middle. Coming in, Waithill glove, throw to first in time. That's another 1-2-3 inning worked by Joe Colucci. He's sat down 6 straight. We're heading to the bottom of the 2. Still no score in this one on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Dream it. If you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Back here, bottom of 2 at Durand Park for this matchup between the Bravos and the Kettleers. Game 1 of the West Division Finals. Still no score in this one. Both squads looking for their first hit of the ball game as well. It will be Luke Costello, Jason Torres, and Ryan Cooney due up for Bourne this half inning. Costello, the DH, this is his first appearance against Cotuit. A very late season addition for Bourne. Wimberly's first pitch of the inning. Chopped on the ground, foul down the third base line.
And this is the type of bat you don't often get this late in the season. He slashed 290, 380, 570 at Wake Forest in 41 games this spring. And he's a guy that they just found in the Perfect Game Collegiate League and said, hey, you want to come down the stretch with us? And here he is.
0-1 the pitch. Just a bit low. Count now 1-1. Costello, in the 2 games he played against Hyannis, went 1 for 6. Had 2 walks as well. 5 strikeouts. The 1-1. Swung on, loop softly into center field, and that's down in front of Bogenpole. That's the first hit of the ball game for either team. It's a leadoff single for Luke Costello.
It's a pretty good adjustment on his swing, too. That pitch stayed pretty far off to the right side, at least in comparison to where Costello was. And he just fished the bat out and was able to reach out and loop it right over the middle for a base hit. Good piece of hitting.
Jason Torres now up. Torres, 6'1", 240, wrapped up his year at Alabama, playing first base today for Bourne. A pick off to first, not in time. Tag still applied by Beaver. Torres 0 for 7 against Cotuit this summer. Has a walk and a hit by pitch. Came around to score one of those times. Runner on first with no one out, still no score. Home half of the second, the pitch. Fastball, frozen rope in there for strike 1. Wimberly had a pair of punch-outs in the first inning, both of them looking. Saw him utilize his diving changeup more than once. 0-1 the count, a runner on first, the pitch. Swung on, chopped on the ground towards Matthews at second. Makes the tough play to first, second for 1. There's the relay to first, and it's in time. 4-6-3 double play. Luke Matthews dazzling at second base as always.
And you're not wrong, he makes it look easy. He was falling backwards towards the outfield when he made that throw to Ryan Farber, who only needed a quick toe tap on second to go make that throw to first in time.
Matthews twisting his torso nearly 180 to make that throw to second. Cooney now the batter, the pitch. Fastball clips the bottom corner of the zone for strike 1. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second. 0-0 the score. The 0-1 pitch, swung on it, to comebacker up the middle, past a diving Ryan Farber and into center field. Farber did everything he could to keep that one in the infield dirt, but that ball just skipped right near second base and past him. That's the second base hit of the inning, a pair of singles for Bourne, And now there will be a runner on first with 2 out, and the batter's the 9-spot hitter, John LaGrande, who has shown spurts of greatness against Cotuit this summer. He's only 1 for 15 against the Kettleers, but his presence on the base paths when he gets on is scary, to say the least. A pickoff to first, not in time. LaGrande, in one of the walk-off winners that Bourne had against Cotuit this summer, he was the man that came around to score. The first pitch to LaGrande misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Johnson playing a couple steps in at third base, not quite in the infield grass. Matthews deep in the pocket at second. That pitch, a fastball top of the zone for strike 1. 1-1 now the count with 2 outs. Cooney is on first. 0-0 the score between the Braves and the Kettleers. Game 1 of the West Division Finals. 1-1 pitch. Swung and sliced up the first base line, slicing down, and it's fair. That will tail into the corner. Full head of steam for Ryan Cooney. He's around third. The throw home won't come as Ryan Farber cuts it off in the infield dirt. It's an RBI double for John LaGrande on a ball that just sliced down the left field line, landed about a foot inside the chalk. Perfectly placed.
And with Cooney on first, that was more than enough time for him with his speed to come all the way around from first to home. And LaGrande, for a second, I thought he was able to maybe steal 3 off of that with his speed as well, but it's what you get when you have a guy like that at the bottom of your order.
The lineup card now flips. Gavin Kelly's up. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to start this game. Bourne with a 1-0 lead over Cotuit. 2 outs in the home half of the second. LaGrande's on second. The pitch outside for ball 1. Wimberly able to get to 2 outs, aided by a double play. Surrendered back-to-back hits to the bottom part of the lineup. That's 3 now on the day for Bourne, all coming in the second inning. 1-0 pitch. Fastball for strike. The count now 1-1 with 2 outs. Outfield straight away for Gavin Kelly. The catcher, you don't really see it batting from the 1 spot. Breaking ball low and away. Appeal down to first. Joe Gravina says he didn't go around. Count now 2-1.
And you're right, but Kelly's a bit of a different breed. A contact guy who can play second base as well and projects as a leadoff or 9-hole type of guy.
2-1 the count with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and flared into shallow right field, sinking fast, and that's down in front of Nolan Stevens. LaGrande scores easily before Stevens can even get the ball into the infield. Gavin Kelly stays put at first. It's an RBI single. Bourne now up 2-0 over Cotuit.
From Wake Forest, third baseman number 23, Cade Lewis.
It was a little looper just beyond the infield dirt. Stevens tried to have a beat on it, just couldn't get there quick enough. It sunk fast, and now that's 3 straight hits for Bourne, who are now up 2-0 over Cotuit. Cade Lewis is up. Righty-lefty matchup. The righty Wimberly with a pickoff to first. Not in time. These games between Cotuit and Bourne have been close. It would be no surprise if this one the same. The Kettleers bats able to answer. The pitch outside. 1-0 now the count on Cade Lewis. His second plate appearance of the day. He was walked in the first inning. One of 2 Bravos walked in that frame. Riker Waite the other one. That pitch finds the outer half of the zone. Count evens at 1-1. Bourne up 2-0 over Cotuit in the home half of the second. Still plenty of baseball left. Wimberly has his sign. The kick and the pitch. And there's strike 2. Same spot, outer half of the zone. Cade Lewis didn't bite. Count now 1-2 with 2 outs. Just game 1 of the West Division Finals. Playoff baseball presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. 1-2, the pitch. Outside, runner goes. The throw down to second, skips past Farber's glove and into center field. Gavin Kelly will make his way to third as the ball quickly comes in to keep him there. This inning has been just a bit of a blow-up inning for Cotuit. No other way to put it.
And that didn't make things any better. It was a throw that was almost on the money, but unfortunately it just popped out of Farber's glove and into the outfield.
2-2 the count with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and ripped into right center field. Splits the gap between Bogenpol and Stevens. Coming in to score is Gavin Kelly. It's an RBI single for Cade Lewis. Bourne has scored 3 in the home half of the second. They're up 3-0 over Cotuit. That is now 4 straight hits for Bourne, all with 2 outs. And now the catcher, Taggart Tyson, will walk out to talk things over with Nick Wimberly, the infield, and Cotuit's pitching coach, Tim O'Connor. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. You don't want to have to go to your bullpen this early. I mean, this series, you want to keep as many arms healthy and preserved as you can.
Absolutely not. And at least in terms of going to the bullpen this early, and I think this mound of it is just a little confidence talk, a little pep talk from Tim O'Connor and the rest of his guys out there to just try and calm him down. It's his first taste of postseason baseball here, and he pitched great in that first outing, so I think the message to him is probably just trust your stuff.
Home plate umpire Sam Finn walks out to break up the meeting on the mound. The Kettleers riding with Nick Wimberly. Not a whole lot of action in Cotuit's right field bullpen. A lot of guys just being spectators for now. Runner on first with 2 out. The batter's Braden Holcomb. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance in the first inning. 1 of 2 strikeouts from Wimberly today. A punch out here would be massive. The pitch. Fastball misses low. Count now 1-0. Lewis on first. He's being held honest by Beaver. The rest of the infield playing deep. 1-0 the pitch. Wave and a miss on that diving changeup low and away. Count now 1-1. 2 outs. Bourne up 3-0 over Cotuit. 5 hits today for Bourne. All of them have been in the second inning. 1-1. Misses inside at the toes of Holcomb. Holcomb in the postseason for Bourne. He's appeared in 2 games, this being the 3rd. Missed 1 in the series versus Hyannis. He went 4 for 6 against the Harbor Hawks. All of them singles. The 2-1. Up and in, and that hits him right near the Bourne letters across his chest. All hit by pitches hurt, but that one looked a little more painful than some.
Yeah, I think that might have got him on the inside hand. Looked like he shook it off for a second before chucking the bat away.
Runners on first and second. 5 straight Bravos have reached base this inning. Riker Waite up. He was walked in the first inning. A patient bat. The pitch. High and away to Waite. Count 1-0. Waite in the series against Hyannis. In 12 plate appearances, he was walked 2 times, struck out 2 times. The 1-0. Outside, count 2-0. Cade Lewis on second, Braden Holcomb on first for Bourne. Cotuit's infield playing straight up as could be. No one holding anyone on base. 2-0 the count with 2 outs. The pitch. And they're called strike 1. Breaking ball at the knees, inner half of the zone. Braves up 3-0 over Cotuit. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled up and out of play. A big 2-2 count coming up. Wimberley needing to get out of this inning for Cotuit. Runners on first and second. Wimberley dealing to wait. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There it is. You needed that. Bourne plates 3 in the bottom of the second. We're heading to the top of 3 here on the Kettleers Digital Network. Cats trailing 3-0.
When we see our patient, our philosophy is to not just take care of the isolated pathology or problem that they're here for. We look at the care of a patient as the whole patient, how they hold hands with a spouse or partner, how they engage with their children or grandchildren. These are important things in the equation of how we decide optimal treatment for patients, whether that's non-operative or operative intervention. Every patient gets treated as a family member or as a pro athlete in our mind. We provide concierge level of care. That's how we want it done for our own, and that's what we continue to do here in the greater Boston area.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we know there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. Now that's how we all win. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Top of 3 here at Durham Park. It's game 1 of the West Division Finals between the Kettleers and the Braves. Cotuit trailing in this one 3-0. We've seen offensive outbursts from Cotuit this summer, Connor, and a lot of them happen when the Cats are able to get multiple runners across the plate in an inning.
They're going to need an inning like that here after Bourne put up that 3 spot in the bottom of the second. So the bats need to get going ASAP for them, and you're not wrong. One of those crooked numbers would be great right now. Maybe something like we saw in the beginning of the first time these two teams played over in Cotuit.
It will be the bottom third of the lineup due up for Cotuit. Nolan Stevens, Luke Matthews, and Taggart Tyson taking on the righty Joe Colucci. Nolan Stevens takes a first pitch ball upstairs. Count 1-0. Colucci has faced the minimum so far. In terms of Cotuit getting crooked numbers on the scoreboard, they've done so 3 times this postseason. 1-0. Swung and popped up a mile high down the first base line. Calling for it is the second baseman Cooney, who makes the catch while straddling the foul line about 15 feet past first base. A high pop out for Nolan Stevens. But in that series against Wareham, Cotuit scored 2 or more runs in an inning 3 times. They scored 3 runs once and then 2 runs twice, both of those in the same game. That was the walk-off win against the Gatemen, game 2 of that series. 1 away, and the batter's now Luke Matthews. The pitch. Clips the outer corner.
And it's funny, those 2 2-run innings were in the 2nd and the 11th inning, so couldn't get more different.
0-1 the count with 1 out. The batter's Matthews. The pitch. Wave and a miss on a pitch low and away. Count 0-2. Bourne up 3-0 over Cotuit. All 3 of Bourne's runs and all 5 of Bourne's hits came in the last half inning, all in the bottom of the second. Cotuit desperately needing to answer back here. 0-2 the count on Matthews. The pitch. Swung and sliced foul back to the backstop. Kicks off the screen, rolls behind home plate. Count will stay put at 1-2. Matthews against Bourne this summer. 2 for 8 with a run and a walk. He's been an incredible late season impact player for Cotuit. The 0-2, wave and a miss. 3 strikeouts from Joe Colucci today. 2 of them swinging. He is making quick work of the Cotuit lineup card. facing them the first time. Taggart Tyson up.
I think we've got to say, Lauren Hibbs just re-entered the dugout.
Lauren Hibbs pregame took a tumble on the dugout steps. Banged up his knee pretty heavy. Had to be carted out of the diamond all the way to where I would assume he got it checked out, and he's battling through it. The pitch. Tyson takes a strike at the knees. Count 0-1 on Taggart Tyson. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Cotuit trailing Bourne 3-0. Colucci, the righty, glove set at his chest. The kick and the pitch. Same spot, clips the bottom half of the zone. Count now 0-2. Colucci has 3 strikeouts today against Cotuit. That's the most he's had against the Kettleers in an outing now. He has his sign. Tyson at the dish. He's dug in the back of the box. The 0-2. Wave and a miss on a pitch low and away. 4 strikeouts for Joe Colucci facing the lineup card the first time. A pair of punch-outs to end that top of the third. We're heading to the bottom of 3. Cotuit trailing 3-0 on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When we see our patient, our philosophy is to not just take care of the isolated pathology or problem that they're here for. We look at the care of a patient as the whole patient, how they hold hands with a spouse or partner, how they engage with their children or grandchildren. These are important things in the equation of how we decide optimal treatment for patients, whether that's non-operative or operative intervention. Every patient gets treated as a family member or as a pro athlete in our mind. We provide concierge level of care. That's how we want it done for our own, and that's what we continue to do here in the greater Boston area.
It's a beautiful night here on the campus of Upper Cape Tech, home of the Rams. A beautiful night shaping up, not a cloud in the sky. Sun is beginning to set. Looks like they still haven't turned on the lights here at Durand Park, but I mean, there's still a good amount of sunshine out.
Yeah, there's a pretty big shadow developing over the right side of the infield, so I feel like they got to get that hunt pretty soon.
We'll go hunt for the light switch here. Get it turned on. And Cotuit looking for a big defensive stand here in the third. They're trailing 3-0 against Bourne. The Bravos coming off a 3 spot in the bottom of the second. Cal Sefcik is up for Bourne. The pitch swung and flared into shallow right field. Coming into play at Stevens. He dives and it's off his glove. Kicks off his gloves, rolling into foul territory, and Sefcik scurries to second. He'll stay put there as the throw comes in. A valiant effort from Nolan. Stevens out in right field just couldn't glove it and kicked off far enough from him to where Sefcik was able to take second base. There's a runner on second, no one out. Nick Wimberly is still out on the bump for Cotuit. Some guys beginning to stretch in the bullpen for Cotuit. Saw Dylan Scudder getting loose for a second. The batter's now Luke Costello. The pitch. He takes a strike, inner half. Count 0-1. Costello got a leadoff single to start the second inning. Was retired on a double play, but that got the hitting going for Bourne. The Bravos rattled off 5 more after that. The 0-1 pitch. He shows bunt, lays it right up the middle towards the pitcher's mound. Wimberly gloves, makes the play to first in time to retire Costello, but Sefcik advances to third on that sacrifice bunt. 1 away. The batter now, Jason Torres. He grounded into a double play his first time up. That double play looked to be the start of hopefully a quick inning for Cotuit. Quickly turned into a bit of a nightmare, something you want to put in your past. Good opportunity to do that here just by making quick work of Bourne this inning. The infield is tucked in for Cotuit, everyone with their toes in the grass. Here's the first pitch to Torres. He takes a ball in. 1-0 the count with one out. Bourne up 3-0. Cal Sefcik is at third base. Infield pinched in for Cotuit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses low and away, count 2-0. Wimberly walked 2 in the first inning, but didn't walk anyone in the second. Got more pitches over the plate, and those did turn into base hits, so it's finding that happy medium of getting those pitches that are strikes and then getting the swing and the miss on the chase. The 2-0 hit hard on the ground towards third. Johnson gloves it on a hard hop, throws home, and it's in time to retire the diving Cal Sefcik. We've seen that a lot this season. Cotuit going for the hard out. Camden Johnson, a great glove, a great baseball IQ, fired home on a hard ground ball, beat out Cal Sefcik by a good half second. Clean tag applied by Tagger Tyson. There's now 2 outs and only a runner on first.
He even had time to pump the ball in his glove before making the throw.
Camden Johnson just makes it look so easy over at third base. The pitch. Swung and lined out towards right field, sinking fast in front of Stevens, and it's down. One hops into his glove. He'll fire to third on a line just behind the runner, Costello. Excuse me, that was Jason Torres who reached first on that 5-2 putout. So now Torres is at third, and Cooney's on first after a single.
This is one of those tougher outings for Wimberly, not because he's been getting hit all that hard, but it's been a lot of flares to the opposite sides, and we just saw 2 of those with Sefcik's double and then Cooney's single right there. Just soft pieces of hitting that just happen to find the right spot, and you can't fault Wimberly. He's getting soft contact, but just some tough luck.
LeGrande's the batter. He is 1 for 1 today. The pitch. He takes low. That bounces away from the catcher Tyson to the backstop. Jason Torres breaks from third and scores easily. Bourne up 4-0 on that wild pitch, just spiked in front of Taggart Tyson. Bounced high over him to the backstop. Ample time for Torres to score. Cooney advances to second base. All of Bourne's runs today have come with 2 outs on the scoreboard. Braves up 4-0 over Cotuit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up and away. Count now 2-0 with 2 outs to LeGrande, who had an RBI double in his lone plate appearance. The catcher Taggart Tyson will walk out to the mound to talk things over with his battery mate Wimberly. Wimberly's done a good job of getting close to ending the inning, but it's just the 2-out hitting and the 2-out approach from Bourne that is really kicking him right now.
Especially last inning. They had 4 2-out hits, and he let 5 guys reach base in a row with 2 outs. Just a brutal frame, and he has a chance to get out of it before too much more damage is done here, but he's got to really dial it in against an opposite-handed guy who's really a pest at the plate, and John LeGrande.
Meeting on the mound has ended. Tyson retakes his place behind home. 2-0 the count to LeGrande. The pitch. Fastball sails up and away, kicks away from Tyson and rolls a bit down the third base line. He finally picks it up, and when he does, Ryan Cooney's on third base. Ryan Cooney singled and then advanced to second on a wild pitch, and now advanced to third on a wild pitch. 3-0 the count on LeGrande with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, Bourne up 4-0 over Cotuit. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Misses outside. A 4-pitch walk to John LeGrande. He's reached base twice today. That's the 3rd walk of the ball game from Nick Wimberly. Tim O'Connor will walk out to the mound with 2 outs to take the baseball from Nick Wimberly. we'll see a new pitcher for Cotuit. We'll take a quick break here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Pitching change for the Kettleers. Wimberley's evening is done. Dylan Scudder walks out to the mound to replace him. Scudder, who's been with Cotuit this entire season, needing to eat up some innings for Cotuit. The Kets trail 4-0.
He's played the role of fireman pretty often, and he's done it really well. I mean, I think he still has an ERA under 1 at this point and has had some high leverage innings as well. Yeah, he's rocking a .77 right now through 11 2/3 innings, and he's been pretty great throughout the regular season. Has allowed some trouble on the base paths here and there, but he seems to always get his way out of it and has just turned in solid pitching almost every time out.
Scudder in the regular season for Cotuit had an ERA of .77 through 9 appearances. He worked 11 2/3 innings, gave up 11 hits, 1 earned run, walked 6 and struck out 8. A K/9 rate of just under 6.5. He'll come in with 2 outs. John Legrande's at first, Ryan Cooney's at third. The batter's the leadoff man, Gavin Kelly, who's 1 for 2 today. Scudder fires a pickoff to first. Couldn't quite catch Legrande. Legrande's got a lot of speed. In the regular season, he was 21 for 27 in stolen base attempts. Far and away the team leader for Bourne. Scudder set at the chest. Here's his first pitch. Up high to Gavin Kelly, near chin level. 1-0 now the count with 2 outs. The lights are on here at Durand Park. An hour past first pitch. Connor and I didn't go need to find the light switch for that one. Here's the 1-0 with 2 outs. Fastball upstairs again. 2-0.
Looks like the sun's in Scudder's eyes. He's covering up his face every time he receives a throw back from Tyson.
2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Kelly, counting out 2-1. We're going to see if my internal compass is correct. If I think I'm right, and there's a good chance I'm not, Durand Park is situated to where center field is pointing northwest. So the sun's setting right in Scudder's eyes. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Legrande goes, and he will not get a throw drawn from Taggart Tyson. Tried to get him with the old throw down to second, and then Cooney breaks at third to score, but Cotuit didn't bite.
He was going to get there anyway. I mean, he is a blur of light every time he tries to steal a base, and he had over 20 this year.
2-2 count. Swung on and ripped on a line towards left field, sinking down in front of Von Schlegel, a base hit. 1 runner will score. The throw home gets away from the catcher, Taggart Tyson. Legrande scores as well. A bases clearing double for Gavin Kelly. Bourne has scored 3 in back-to-back innings. The Bravos now lead 6-0 over Cotuit on a hard hit line drive out to left field that got down in front of Von Schlegel. Had a good throw home to try to get LaGrande, but he is speedy.
Yeah, it was just late, and yeah, good throw and tag by Von Schlegel and Tyson, but it's tough to catch LaGrande.
That is now a 3 RBI game for the leadoff man, Gavin Kelly. The batter's Cade Lewis. He's 1 for 1 today, has an RBI as well. Swings at the first pitch. It's a hard grounder right side past the first baseman, Beaver, and Gavin Kelly will scamper home standing. He scored before Stevens even got the throw in. Stevens tosses to second. Cade Lewis stands at first. It's an RBI single for him. A hard hit ball on the ground past Beaver at first. Second RBI for Cade Lewis today. He is now 2 for 2. And Bourne is up 7-0 over Cotuit. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 7 hits on the day for the Bravos as well, after they didn't get any in the first inning. Scudder set at the chest. Holcomb the batter. Righty-righty matchup the pitch. Diving breaking ball low and away. Count 1-0 on Braden Holcomb. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his first plate appearance and was plunked with a hit by pitch in his second plate appearance. Runner on first for Bourne. The 1-0 pitch inside, nearly clipped Holcomb. Counts 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Scudder has his sign, takes a breath. The kick and the pitch. Up high, fastball missed upstairs. Count 3-0 now on Braden Holcomb. Bourne up 7-0 over Cotuit. Tied for the most runs they've scored against Cotuit this season. The 3-0. Get me over fastball. Found the zone for strike 1. Count now 3-1. And the last matchup between these two teams, Bourne beat Cotuit 7-4. Now is the season high in runs scored against the Kets that the Braves had. They've matched that here today. The 3-1. Swung and popped up high, slicing over the foul netting, landing about 10 or so feet behind us. Count will run full, 3-2 with 2 outs. All 7 of Bourne's runs have come with 2 outs on the scoreboard. Kettleers needing a third out here. You just want to stop the bleeding. Holcomb takes a breath, digs back in the right-handed batter's box. Scudder has his sign up on the mound. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on a ripped, sharp line drive to Farber, and he picks it off the ground. Got it before it touched the dirt. That's out number 3. Bourne with a 7-0 lead over Cotuit. Here on the Kettleers Digital Network, we'll take it to the third member of our team, Jaden Marine.
Thanks, Chris. These two squads are extremely familiar with each other, and this includes in postseason play. They've squared off in the league championship series in each of the past 2 years, with Bourne eliminating Cotuit in both of those playoff matchups. The Braves took the summer season series 3-2, with 2 of those wins coming in walk-off fashion here at Doran Park. If there's a bright side for the Kets, they have held a run differential of +4 during those 5 prior contests coming into tonight, including a 10-3 win here on the road back in the middle of July. However, they have had their fair share of troubles with runners in scoring position in those games, hitting just 208 and 53 total opportunities compared to Bourne's 333 average and 51 chances. It's a skill that Cotuit tends to struggle with at times, but will need to hone in on if they want to battle against arguably the league's best offensive group. Bourne has already cashed in 4 times tonight in those spots, while Cotuit still sits hitless up until this point. Guys, let's see if they can begin their crawl back out of this 7-run deficit.
Thank you, Jaden. We'll take a quick break here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
The Kettleers Top of the Order is brought to you by Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialists for athletes and everyday people. Their expert team treats everything from sports injuries to everyday wear and tear, helping patients of all ages get back to what they love. Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on the Cape. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Top third of the lineup card facing Joe Colucci, each for the second time today. It will be Johnson, Farber, Bogenpole, Cotuit trailing 7-0 against the Bravos. Game 1 of this West Division Finals. The pitch, fastball low and in to Camden Johnson. For the first 3 innings, Joe Colucci faced the minimum. The righty arm for Bourne has been slinging incredible stuff today. 1-0 the count on Johnson. Here's the pitch. Inside. Johnson grounded out to start this game. He's had great success against Bourne this season. 8 for 20 with 5 runs and 3 RBIs. When he gets on base, he can come around and score. Helps when you have great bats like Ryan Farber and Caden Bogenpole right behind him. 2-0 the count, the pitch. Inside at the hands of Johnson. Count is 3-0 now on the leadoff man. Colucci has not surrendered a base runner today. 3-0 count. There's a great chance it happens here. That pitch finds the inner half of the zone. Called a strike. Count now 3-1. Infield playing deep, especially on the right side of the dirt. The pitch, swung on, grounded right side. Slow roller to the glove of Cooney. He'll pick it up and throw to first in time. Ryan Farber up. He flew out to left his first time up. Good to see the hard contact out of him. The switch hitter batting lefty against the righty Colucci. Shadows creeping across Durand Park. They're nearly completely enveloping the entire right side of the infield dirt. The pitch, outside to Farber. 1-0 the count. Shadows completely covering left field, creeping towards center. Deep right field is still illuminated in sunshine, as well as a swath up the middle. 1-0 the count with 1 out. The pitch. Farber takes a strike. Top part of the zone. Count now 1-1 with 1 out. Bourne with a 7-run lead. Scored 3 in the second, 4 in the third. Kids just looking to chip in little by little. You don't need it all back instantly. The 1-1. Swung on and flared foul over the screen and out of play. Will land up near Upper Cape Tech High School. Don't know if the high school's part of it. I think I'll just call it Upper Cape Tech. It's a technical school. Technically not a high school. See what I did there?
Good one, Chris.
Oh, I crack myself up sometimes. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Farber. Just underneath that breaking ball. Go ahead and call it a changeup. Has a bit of a late dive, but it stays up in the zone. You don't really see changeups that dive be left up that high, but Colucci's got a good one.
It's got some good bite to it, and man, this is quite the performance from Colucci. It's, I think we said it earlier, but this is just night and day from what we saw earlier this year.
The batter's Caden Bogenpole, 6.5 feet tall. The lefty takes a first pitch ball at his shins. 1-0 the count on Bogenpole. Struck out looking in his only other plate appearance today. Outfield takes a step back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low and in on Bogenpole. Count 2-0. If you ask either one of us, I'm sure, what Colucci was going to do today, we would have told you that he has been looking better and better, but to the extent of the better, I don't think we would have assumed it would have been this. 2-0 the count, the pitch. That one a strike on the inner half, about belt high on Bogenpole. Count 2-1. His last outing against Cotuit, which was Game 5 of the season series, he was pretty spectacular. 5 innings of 2-run ball, no walks and 2 strikeouts. But he surrendered 7 base hits in that one. The 2-1 pitch clips the inner half of the zone on a breaking ball. Count evens at 2-2. So you look at that last outing and you say, okay, you know, you give up the 7 base hits. It's a good all-around appearance from Colucci. You look at what he's doing today. So far, he's not allowed a base runner. The 2-2 swung on a miss. That gets away from the catcher, Kelly. He'll pick it up just outside of the left-handed batter's box. And the throw down to first pulls the first baseman, Torres, off the bag. Caden Bogenpole with hustle down the first base line beats out a routine throw down to first by the catcher, Kelly. Just pulled Torres off the bag. Bogenpole is safe.
That's what hustle will do for you. Just made his way down the line as quick as he possibly could and forced the catcher, Kelly, to rush a little bit, and then he missed the throw.
The umpiring crew now talking things over. Joe Gravina is the first base umpire. Sam Fenn calling the balls and strikes, and Michael Schukerman is over at third. They quickly convene for about 15 seconds, rule it safe. That draws some boos from the Bourne fans. The 7-run lead apparently not enough.
And I thought it looked like the throw got away too, so I don't know.
New batter is Zan von Schlegel. This will be the first time Colucci's had to face 4 in an inning. He fires a first pitch breaking ball strike that finds the outer half of the zone on von Schlegel. Counts 0-1 with 2 outs. Bogenpole on first base after a drop strike 3. 2 outs here in the top of 4. The pitch. Same pitch, same spot, same result. Count 0-2 with 2 outs. Von Schlegel, 0 for 1 today, has had a stellar time as a Kettleer late in the season. 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Swung on and chopped right off home plate, fouled down the third base line. Count will stay put at 0-2. Von Schlegel appearing in 11 games for Cotuit, most of them towards the tail end of the season. He hit .410 in those games. Had 4 doubles. Walked 3 times, only struck out 6, an on-base percentage of .452. The postseason yielding similar results. The pitch, wave and a miss on top of that fastball. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Joe Colucci to get 4 outs. He is dealing right now. He's up to 7 strikeouts on the day. Cotuit strands a runner on first. We're heading to the home half of the 4th. Bourne up 7-0.
Hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When we see our patient, our philosophy is to not just take care of the isolated pathology or problem that they're here for. We look at the care of a patient as the whole patient, how they hold hands with a spouse or partner, how they engage with their children or grandchildren. These are important things in the equation of how we decide optimal treatment for patients, whether that's non-operative or operative intervention. Every patient gets treated as a family member or as a pro athlete in our mind. We provide concierge level of care. That's how we want it done for our own, and that's what we continue to do here in the greater Boston area.
Bourne up 7-0 over Cotuit. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And as you're loved by the outfield, blares over the speakers, one has to be reminded of Chuck Nasty, longtime Colorado Rockies outfielder Charlie Blackmon, using this as his walk-up song. Probably the best walk-up song in MLB history.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I disagree.
Who would be rivaling it as Riker Waite steps up to bat?
Have my answer off the rip. Kyle Schwarber, Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Easily. Shout out to Cleveland. Those who know.
Riker Waite's the batter, leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch from Dylan Scudder misses low and away. Are you a big, what is it, Thuggish Ruggish Bone?
The song by Bone Thugs and Harmony, legendary Cleveland rap group.
1 ball, no strikes, the count to Waite. He swings at the 1-0 pitch. It's a high fly ball to shallow left field. Going out, Farberg. Coming in, Von Schlegel, and it drops between the both of them. It was a tough play for both parties. Just found its way dead even between the two. And it's a leadoff single for Riker Waite.
It's the day of the blooper. We've seen plenty of those from Bourne's side. I mean, what are they up to in the hit column now? 10? And I mean, maybe half of those have been flared, soft pop-ups that just happen to find green grass.
The batter's now Cal Sefcik. He's 1 for 2 today. Came around to score. A pick off to first, not in time to get Waite. Now, what if I told you Charlie Blackmon played for the Cotuit Kettleers? Does that change your opinion on him having the best walk-up song?
Well, him playing for the coolest summer ball team ever does not change that.
First pitch to Cal Sefcik. The righty takes upstairs, up above the red Bourne lettering across his chest. Counts 1-0.
I think my walk-up song take is bolstered for me because Reggie Bussey, former Ohio State center fielder, used that as his walk-up song last year. So I'm getting a little partial.
Pick off to first, not in time. 1 ball, no strikes, no one out here in the bottom of 4. Bourne up 7-0. Now, did he use Your Love or Thuggish Ruggish Bone?
Thuggish Ruggish Bone. He's a man of class.
Oh, 1-0. The count, the pitch from Scudder. Runner goes. It's a ball inside. The throw down to second. Kicks off the second base bag and into center field. Playing backup is the center fielder Bogenpol, and his throw to third sails away from the third baseman Johnson. Dylan Scudder got it quickly, so Riker Waite has to stay put at third. Give him a successful stolen base and then another E2 on the advance to third. The ball didn't kick into the dugout or get out of the field of play on the throw to third that got away from Johnson, so Riker Waite has to stay put there. A runner on third, the batter Cal Sefcik, no one out. Here in the home half of the fourth, the infield now creeping in for Cotuit. 2-0 the count, the pitch. Swung on sharp grounder towards Farber. He looks back, Waite at third, fires over to first in time. 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning.
Now batting from Wake Forest.
And the batter now Luke Costello. He's 1 for 1 today. Has a hit and a sacrifice bunt. Cotuit's infield still playing with their toes in the grass. The first pitch to the righty, Luke Costello. He takes inside. 1-0 the count on the designated hitter. Had an incredible spring for Wake Forest as a Demon Deacon. A bit of an oxymoron, I think that's the term. 1-0 the count with 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike, found the outer corner. As a Demon Deacon, he had a line of 290, 394 for the on-base percentage, and a 573 slugging. That was aided by 10 home runs and only 38 hits. Here's the 1-1. Wave and a miss. Count 1-2 with 1 out. Dylan Scudder working up on the mound. The righty takes a deep breath. He's staring down Waite at third base. Dylan Scudder, the pitch. Upstairs. Costello took. Count evens at 2-2 with 1 out. Scudder, the Simsbury, Connecticut native, plays his college ball at Bryant. His summer ball trips have brought him back up to the heart of New England. The 2-2. Swung and chopped foul towards the third base dugout. Costello reached at a pitch that was almost in the left-handed batter's box. Fought to stay alive. Count stays put at 2-2 with 1 out. Wade still at third. Bourne still with a 7-0 lead. 7 runs on 10 hits. The 2-2 from Dylan Scudder. Swung and popped up foul out of play, back behind the screen. Bottom of the 4th here at Durant Park. It's game 1 of the West Division Finals. Chris Albright joined alongside Connor Shue. Happy you've joined us on the Kettleers Digital Network, wherever you might be listening from. Costello digs back into the batter's box. 2-2's the count with 1 out. Scudder, teal glove at his chest, the pitch. Swung and foul tipped right to Taggart Tyson. A very painful place for him to get hit. We'll leave it at that. He is doubled over behind home plate. That is more than getting the wind knocked out of you, I'll tell you what.
You could hear the groan from here. That is not good.
All the men collectively in the crowd went through some kind of pain watching that. No laughing. This is not funny. Taggart Tyson still being mended to behind home plate. Saw this earlier with Camden Johnson. It actually pulled him from the game. That was towards the tail end of the season. Tyson still collecting his breath. And he's up on his feet walking around. Good to see the kid standing up after that one.
It's not easy to recover from in a hurry. And there's fireman Dylan Knightley out there with some water to help.
Dylan Knightley, the analytics intern, doing the best he can, offering a cool glass of H2O that will go unclaimed by the catcher Taggart Tyson. Knightley going back to the dugout, defeated as ever. 2-2 is the count. Taggart Tyson, tough as nails, remaining behind the dish. Everyone's reset. The batter, Luke Costello, fighting off foul ball after foul ball. 2-2 is the count with 1 out here in the bottom of 4. A runner on third for Bourne. Scudder has a sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ripped in the air, foul down the third base line. Takes a hop over the fence. Someone will get a souvenir. The netting goes about halfway down the line, about 20, 30 feet past the dugouts. So fans are perched up along the fence. 2-2 the count. We'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Swings and just caught a piece of that. Foul tip to stay alive. Thought it was a swing and a miss that just kicked away from Tyson, but Luke Costello is doing a great job of getting pieces of these pitches. That was the 9th of the at-bat, pitch 10 upcoming. And out of those 9 pitches, all but 3 have been foul balls. 2-2 the count with 1 out the pitch. Check swing, it caught a piece of the bat, and guess what? It's fouled down the first base line.
That is the 6th straight foul tip off the bat of the man up right now, Luke Costello, just putting up one of the best fights you'll see at the plate.
He has fouled off 7 of the 10 pitches he has seen this at bat. Here comes pitch 11, the 2-2. Swung on and ripped into left field, sinking down for a base hit. Costello wins a lengthy battle with Dylan Scudder. It's an RBI single. An absurd piece of hitting from Costello, battling pitch after pitch. and he walks away victorious. Roped a single into shallow left center field, just in no man's land. Bourne now up 8-0 over Cotuit. The batter now, Jason Torres. The first baseman is 0 for 2 today. The pitch to him, low and away. Torres grounded into a double play and then grounded into a fielder's choice. Camden Johnson elected to go home, and it was successful. Got out the runner charging home. 1-0 the count on Torres with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung and popped up high. It's behind home plate. Tyson ditches his mask near the backstop and can't make the catch. It kicks off the heel of his glove. It's a strike regardless. Count will even at 1-1. Tyson was creeping towards the brick backstop. Had about 2 steps before he hit it, but when you're charging towards brick and some mesh, you're going to err on the side of caution. 1 ball, 1 strike the count with 1 out. A runner on first for Bourne. They've got an 8-0 lead. The pitch, wave and a miss. Count 1-2. Torres, one of 2 Bourne batters without a hit today. The other one, Braden Holcomb. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. Breaking ball low and away. Did he go? Joe Gravina says no. The first base umpire motioning that Torres held his swing. Count evens at 2 apiece. Call it a ballerina count. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. Got him swinging for out number 2 of the inning. The first strikeout from Dylan Scudder today. The batter now, Ryan Cooney. He's 2 for 2. A pair of singles, and he's come around to score both times. If you're Cotuit, you want to keep him off the base paths. Got a high success rate when he reaches base. But now this is the time in an inning where Bourne has excelled. 7 of their 8 runs have come with 2 outs on the scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike, and Tyson fires down to first, trying to pick off Costello at first. He was back safely with a head-first slide. He'll be sporting red dirt across his white uniform for the remainder of this game. 0-1 the count on Cooney. Scudder with a breath, the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Count evens at 1-1. No sunshine on Duran Park's diamond now. There's a singular advertising sign out in right center field that's illuminated, but that's it. The 1-1. Swung and popped up high towards shallow center field. Bogenpole calling for it, still running in. He slips, somehow stays up on 1 foot and makes the catch, falling to the grass. An acrobatic catch for out number 3. Bourne tacks on another run. They've got an 8-0 lead. We're heading to the 5th here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. you can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Just above the Cape Cod Canal here at Durand Park on the campus of Upper Cape Tech, both the Bourne Bridge and Sagamore Bridge celebrating their 90th birthdays a couple days ago. They don't look a day over 64. Always nice to see the bridges celebrate their birthdays. We've driven over them a couple of times.
More than a couple. We've seen our fair share of Bourne and Sagamore Bridge and all their traffic throughout the summer.
I'll tell you what, getting up there and just in standstill traffic, it's a pretty sight, but it's bad. Beaver the batter, the pitch. First pitch swung on and sliced foul down the left field line, out of play. It will be Beaver, Natilli, and Stevens, 5, 6, and 7. Colucci has faced all but the minimum. All but one, you could say. He faced 4 in the top of the 4th inning. And the 2 batters that you could technically say he shouldn't have faced, he struck them both out.
I mean, he struck out Caden Bogenpole, and he reached after the ball bounced to the backstop, and they couldn't get the throw in time to first. So he did his job, even while allowing someone to get on base.
0-2 the count. The pitch swung on and foul tipped off the catcher's masks of Gavin Kelly. Count will stay at 0-2 for Landon Beaver. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout today, but he's been swinging a good bat throughout the postseason. He had the walk-off home run against Wareham in round 1 of the playoffs. He's got a deep crouch in the batter's box. The 1-2 pitch swung, and it's a soft chopper right in front of home plate. The catcher, Kelly, goes out, barehands it. The throw down to first, not in time. And that's the first base hit for Cotuit today. Landon Beaver, leave it to Beaver to get the first hit for Cotuit.
Sometimes all you need is a short dribbler in front of the plate and some foot speed down the line. So this is your opportunity to get something going. It's only the 5th inning, so start chipping away now.
Bourne up 8-0 over Cotuit here in the top of the 5th. The Cats have a runner on with no one out. The batter's Jack Natilli, the designated hitter for the Cats. Another deep crouch in the batter's box. The pitch, low and away, wave and a miss. Count 0-1 on Natilli. Got a lot of pop in his bat, and we'll say it any time he comes up to the plate for good reason. At one point, the most dominant hitter across the entire Cape League. That was in early July. The 0-1 wave and a miss at some high heat. Count now 0-2 with no one out. Kettleers no runs on 1 hit with a pair of errors. Bourne 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Outfield straightaway. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung and ripped down the left field line and fair. That ball will travel all the way to the corner. Beavers rounding third. He's got a full head of steam. Batting helmet falls off. He touches home, safely standing. It's an RBI double off the bat of Jack Natilli, hit hard down the left field line. Cotuit with their first run of the ball game. Bourne still up 8-1, but for Cotuit, you needed to just see a run cross home plate.
And that's what you got right there with a hard hit Jack Natilli ball down that left field line. And he's been a bit up and down. Struggling for the most part, candidly, since that July run he had towards the beginning of the month. But that is the type of hitting we were used to him, I guess, giving out consistently in that time frame.
Stevens, the batter. Takes a first pitch ball low and at the toes. That kicks away from the catcher, Kelly, to the backstop. Jack Natilli will take third base easily on that wild pitch. Joe Colucci on the mound worked a phenomenal first 4 innings. Only allowed 1 base runner, and that was on a dropped third strike. This 5th inning, He has been getting tagged up by the Kets, and we saw a wild pitch just there. Very unorthodox after the 4 frames he worked before this one. Count is 1-0 on Nolan Stevens, still no one out. The pitch. Outside. Count now 2-0 on Stevens. In the first 4 innings, Colucci didn't walk a batter, struck out 7. That also a bit of a irregularity to see him get behind an account. Corner infielders playing in, middle infield playing deep. 2-0 the count on Stevens. Wave and a miss on a pitch on the outer half of the zone. Count 2-1. Stevens has been around the block with Cotuit. He's been around the entire season, put up numbers that produce well. He had 238 this summer, had 17 runs scored, 30 hits, 14 ribbies. The 2-1, wave and a miss on a fastball outside. Count evens at 2-2. Spikes with a deep breath. He'll dig back in. Taps home plate once. Count is 2-2 on Nolan Stevens. Natili's on third. The pitch. Swung on chopper up the middle. Natili will score. Waite goes to first for the sure out. Cotuit plates their second run of the inning. Bourne's lead has been cut down to 6, and that's what you have to do. You have to go piece by piece, and for Cotuit, those pieces are a little bit bigger than just a single run because the Kettleers do a great job of scoring in pairs, and that's showing right now 2 runs here in the top of the 5th.
And you hope you can keep the train moving with a guy who's been as hot as anybody in the Kettleers' 2 playoff games, and Luke Matthews.
Matthews is up. The pitch. Wave and a miss on a breaking ball, outer corner of the zone. Matthews in the regular season had 13 RBIs. That was good for 5th on the Kettleers roster. He only appeared in 21 games, though, significantly less than the other leaders in that stat. The 0-1 misses low and away, counts even at 1-1. His ability to just produce from the bottom third of the lineup card consistently has been such a good addition because it really evens out the Cotuit lineup card. 1-1. Swung on and lined through the gap on the left side of the infield into left field. LaGrande will get it into second base as Luke Matthews stays put at first. A trio of hits this inning for Cotuit.
And now if you can try to run Colucci out of this game, you get to Bourne's bullpen that was one of the worst on Cape this summer. A 450 earned run average for the whole group.
You would love to get him out before he can get through 5 complete. The batter's the 9-hole hitter, Taggart Tyson, doing the catching duties today for Cotuit. One of 3 guys we'll see behind the dish. He's showing bunt, pulls it back. That pitch misses low and in the dirt. It was against Wareham in Game 1 of the postseason. Taggart Tyson had a pair of superb sacrifice bunts to get runners into scoring position, and that runner both times was Luke Matthews. He's at first base with a 2-stride lead. 1-0 the count with 1 out. Tyson shows bunt again, connects, and it's fouled down the first base line. It was hard off of his bat. Almost looked like he was debating pulling it back or not. Couldn't get it back in time, so just kind of threw the bat at it instead of placing the bunt. Counts 1-1 with 1 out, a runner on first for Cotuit. The Cats trail 8-2, but they've scored both of their runs in the top of this inning. Top of 5 here at Durand Park. An hour and a half past first pitch. The pitch swung on, grounded toward shortstop. Waite comes in, gloves it, double clutch. The throw to first, not in time. Waite took too much time at shortstop, and Taggart Tyson made him pay. Feet of fire down the first base line. The Cats have 2 on with 1 out, and now the lineup card is flipped to Camden Johnson. You got some power bats coming up for Cotuit now.
Great spot for Johnson. Tyson just legged that one out. Looked like Waite thought he had more time than he did over at shortstop, and his throw was just a beat too late. So Cam Johnson, a great contact bat, has runners on first and second.
The Kettleers got a sniff of blood in this inning and are hungry for more. 2 on with 1 out. The batter's Camden Johnson. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it hard back to the screen. 0-1 on Camden. Colucci has surrendered 4 base hits in this inning with a pair of runs. Luke Matthews on second, Taggart Tyson on first. The infield playing at double play depth for Bourne. Riker Waite, the shortstop, playing closer to second base. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs. Count evens at 1 apiece on Camden Johnson. Johnson, the leadoff man for Cotuit, tried and true towards the end of the summer. In the postseason, he's came into this game hitting .300. Had a double and a triple against Wareham. The 1-1. Swung on and grounded foul down the first base line, past the feet of the first base coach, Nick Melton, who is gaining more and more garb given up by his Kettleers that have reached base, passing off their arm guards and shin guards to him. Normally a good sign when you see him decked out with plenty of pieces of apparel, because that means the Kets are putting runners on base, and they've done that this inning. 4 so far. 1-2 the count on Camden Johnson with 1 out. The pitch swung on and grounded foul towards the first base dugout. Count will stay put. Cotuit, we've mentioned, likes to score in pairs. This is now the 4th inning in the postseason where Cotuit has plated 2 or more runs. Would love to chip in more here, and you've got a great opportunity. 1 out and runners on first and second. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded, left side, gloved by the third baseman, Lewis, to second for 1, and the relay to first is not in time. Johnson beats it out, but the Braves get a very important out number 2, getting the force at second. 5-4 on the putout. Johnson does reach safe. He's at first base, and advancing to third was Luke Matthews. No matter how this inning ends for Cotuit, you did the hard thing, which was just getting the first run across the scoreboard. And once you see it, it becomes a lot easier to attain it in the future. The batter's Ryan Farber. He takes the first pitch, strike, belt high on the inner half of the zone. Farber up for his 3rd time today, looking to reach base for the first time. The switch hitter batting lefty. He's done a lot of good stuff left-handed hitting-wise this summer. Both of his home runs coming from this side of the plate. The 0-1. Swung and popped up high out of play behind home plate. Count now 0-2 with 2 outs. Joe Colucci's been dancing around trouble this entire inning, 1 out away from getting out of it. Cotuit would love to extend this inning for him just a little bit more. His pitch count's getting up there. Pitch number 74 is coming up. 0-2 the count on Farber with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, swung on, grounded down the first base line, and foul. It was hugging the line the entire way. The first baseman, Torres, gloved it right in front of first base. Would have been the easiest 3 unassisted putout of his life. But the first base umpire, Joe Gravina, threw his arms up, yelled out foul as loud as he could to stop play. One of the few times as a batter you're happy a ball goes foul and not fair. 0-2 the count on Ryan Farber with 2 outs. 2 runners on for Cotuit. Bourne up 8-2. The pitch. Swung on, sharp grounder up the middle. Long-rangey play for Cooney, and it kicks off his glove. Coming in to score, Luke Matthews. Everyone else is safe for Cotuit. Ryan Cooney, the second baseman, broke to his right immediately on that ball, grounded up the middle, just couldn't get there in time. The Kettleers have plated 3 here in the top of 5. Bourne's lead has been cut down to 5. They're up 8-3, and now Bourne will have a meeting on the mound. Entirety of the infield coming in.
And Farber created conflict with that ground ball. Cooney had arranged pretty far to his right to go get it. And that's another base hit. hit for Cotuit. 5 in the inning to score all 3 runs, and they're getting close to getting Colucci out of this ball game. He's thrown around 30 pitches already in this inning, so that counts running high. He's at 75 for the game.
3/4 of the way to the century mark for Colucci. We haven't seen guys work a pitch count that high here in the Cape League this summer, just because normally they're on inning limits or pitch limits, but Colucci's seeming to muster whatever gas he's got left in the tank to fight through this one. 2 runners on. Johnson's on second. Farber's on first. There's 2 outs, and the batter's Caden Bogenpole. A trio of 400-foot home runs this summer for Bogenpole. The pitch, swing and a miss at some high heat. He was looking for the 4th long ball. Count 0-1 on Bogenpole. Cotuit has scored 3 here in the top of 5 to make this a much closer ball game. 3 runs on 5 hits this half inning for the Cats. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bogenpole takes upstairs just above the Cotuit lettering across his chest. Count 1-1 on the tall lefty. A home run king at Missouri State. He's brought the power to Cotuit this summer as well. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off a pole supporting the netting. Kicks back into the field of play. The third baseman, Cade Lewis, will have to go in and retrieve that. Everyone else will take a breath to reset. Bogenpole out of the batter's box. He adjusts his helmet before he'll dig back in with a deep breath. Runners on first and second for the Cats. 1-2 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Bogenpole. Colucci pulled the string on a breaking ball. The Kettleers do plate 3 in the top of 5. They've cut into this Bourne lead. The Bravos up 8-3. We're heading to the home half of the 5th. When we return, Connor Shue taking us home on play-by-play.
There's a 0 chance that you'll want to miss our 0% for 72 months offer. For a limited time, CAT is offering 0% on the purchase of many new small excavators. That's 0% for better performance, 0% for next generation features.
Great machine. It's quite impressive.
0% for work tools too. But there's a 0% chance this offer will last. So contact Milton Cat before there's 0 time left. One source has it all. The pros' go-to rental choice for the newest and most reliable equipment for any job. One source that has a team you can rely on, the people and a name you trust, with the tools you need. One source with a location near you and wherever the work takes you. Milton Rents, the right equipment when and where you need it.
It's the Cape League playoffs sponsored by Reader's Hardwood Supply. Cotuit in Bourne down 8-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hi everyone, I'm Connor Shue, joined by Chris Albright here for this West Division final matchup. It's game 1 between the Cotuit Kettleers and the Bourne Braves. Bourne is up to bat against new Cotuit arm Gavin Jones. 5 appearances, 2 starts this summer for the Kent State right-hander. 4 strikeouts, 7 walks, 10 hits in his 7 1/3 innings.
Had a 13.50 ERA, and a part of that was just due to some rough starts, but he's been able to produce both out of the bullpen and starting. You need a guy to eat up innings, and Gavin Jones is one of those guys.
This is his first time pitching in the postseason. Came in relief of Dylan Scudder, who ate an inning and a half out of the bullpen. Allowed a couple of runs, 1 earned on 4 hits. First pitch to John Legrande is up and away. It's Legrande, Gavin Kelly, and Cade Lewis, 9-1-2 in the Bravos order against the right-hander, Gavin Jones. Legrande, the left-hander, is ready for the 1-0. Another high fastball, 2-0. Legrande, 1 for 1 with an RBI double. He reached with a walk his next time up, stole second and came around to score. The 2-0 in there, called strike one. Legrande came around to score each time up. Gavin Jones, the righty on the hill, has an abbreviated kick before unloading. That's low, called down to third. No swing, says Michael Chukerman down there. It's 2-2 anyway. Or no, 3-1. Legrande regains his bearings, has a unique batting stance. The 3-1, taken outside, ball 4. Legrande, when he's in the box, holds the bat well over his head, almost straight up, but slightly cocked to the backside and kind of waves it around before getting into his swing. So he's on first with a leadoff walk issued by Gavin Jones. Now it's Gavin Kelly, the leadoff man. Kelly's 2 for 3 with a pair of RBI singles, brought in 2 on one of them. And Kelly, this is by far the most successful day he's had against the Kets this summer, as there's a toss over to third, tagged by Beavers, not on time on Legrande, but Kelly coming into this one was 2 for 16 against the Kets in the regular season. Another throw back to first, spun Beaver around, but he kept it in play. Couple of pickoffs before Jones has thrown his first pitch to the righty, Gavin Kelly. A catcher and second baseman from West Virginia. First pitch to him, bullseye. Breaking ball strike. 0-1 count. It's an 8-3 ball game. Braves scored 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Cotuit answered with all 3 in the fifth. Runner goes, throw down. Tyson bounces it in. The tag close, but not in time by Luke Matthews, the second baseman. John Legrande has his second stolen bag of the evening. And he's prone to swipe. In the regular season, he took 21 bags, and at St. John's in the spring, he stole 33. Jones is 1-1. Low breaking ball, smothered by the catcher, Tyson. It's 2-1. Kelly, a couple of singles today, will re-enter, the right-handed batter. He's ready. Jones, the 2-1, skipped away off the chest protector of Tyson. Legrande will take third quickly and started to chop up his steps going around the bag as if to, I guess, deke the pitcher, Jones, that he was going to try and go home, but wasn't even close to going. So he's at third, no outs for Gavin Kelly, the batter. He will step in, up in a 3-1 hitters count. Jones is ready, set at the letters. Fastball drew inside. That is ball 4. Back-to-back free passes issued by Jones, the righty.
Now batting from Wake Forest, third baseman number
Legrande walked and Kelly walked. Now Cade Lewis, a left-handed swinging third baseman, steps in a favorable situation. Runners on the corners. Tagger Tyson will go out to talk to his pitcher, Gavin Jones. Whole infield comes in for the meeting as well. And you don't want to face Cade Lewis here. An all-ACC third baseman, hit really well at Wake Forest this year. And he's hitting well today. 2 for 3 with a pair of RBI singles, or 2 for 2 with a pair of RBI singles. He walked his first time up. But Cade Lewis this year at Wake Forest slashed .376, .482, .602. Not bad. His teammate later in the order, Luke Costello, hit .290 at Wake Forest. Lewis enters the left-handed batter's box. Jones pitching with runners on the corners, no outs. The first pitch is low in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Tyson, 1-0. Jones is having trouble commanding the zone. 10 pitches, 2 strikes. Jones settles on the hill. Here comes his 1-0. Slipped straight back off the bat of Lewis. It's 1-1.
Nearly hit the man on deck, Braden Holcomb. Why not? If you take him out of the game, that's not a terrible thing for the Cats. Not that we want to wish that on. Not that we want to wish that on anyone.
We're gonna move past that. Jones settles. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Jones getting some whiff. Now it's a 1-2 count. He's got a fastball with a little ride up in the zone. Hangs around the low 90s range. Had some of the most innings thrown by any Kent State pitcher this year. He's got a 1-2 count. Here it comes. Runner goes. Chopped down the first base line. Foul towards the Cats dugout. We'll do the 1-2 again. Kelly will retreat to first. But Lewis is a tough out. Wasn't quite as successful on Cape in the regular season as he was in Wake Forest, and it's tough too. Going from the metal bats to the wood bats, hit .267 in the regular season, 7 doubles and a homer. The 1-2 spiked. It gets past Tyson, and Legrande started to go, but stopped after 1 step. He'll stay at third. The runner Kelly takes second off a ball that got away from the catcher, Taggart Tyson.
And it looked like it was a situation where the Bravos were trying to get that stolen base deke going, so Kelly went before the pitch. We'll see if they call it a stolen base or not. They'll give it to him as an advancement on a wild pitch on the scoring, but, I mean, this Bourne team likes to run and take bases.
A lot of quick base runners on that squad. Jones, the 2-2. Hit on the ground on a hop. Jones played it, looked off the runner and threw to first to retire Cade Lewis. Instinct took over for Jones, and he just picked that one out of thin air.
It was a sharp comebacker, took a hard hop right in front of Jones, and pretty much the only thing you can do is let your body naturally react, and brought his glove up to protect himself, gloved the baseball, able to hold everyone at their base and get the out.
Savvy glove work by Jones on the mound. He's pitching in an 8-3 game. His Cats are down to Bourne. Braden Holcomb, the slugging center fielder, steps in the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch to him is spiked well in front of home plate. And Tyson made another acrobatic dive to his right to stop it. Man. Jones with runners on second and third. Kelly on second. Legrande on third. 1 down in the bottom of the 5th. Jones trying to preserve the score for a potential Cats comeback. Here comes his 1-0, low and in. Almost at the ankles of Holcomb. The hulking center fielder stands about 6'5", 250. Not your usual build for someone playing in the middle of the outfield, but comparable to Caden Bogenpole. The center fielder for the Cats, the 2-0 inside, popped out of the glove of Tyson, but not far enough for Legrande to move at third. It is a 3-0 count.
A lot of patient approaches at the plate for Bourne this inning. They're just letting Gavin Jones throw to them. They're not really trying to jump on anything quick, and until you can really see the strikes, you don't have to do much.
Jones works quickly. Here comes his 3-0. That's spiked. 4-pitch walk to Holcomb as that pitch was in the dirt. Another good stop by Tyson. He's had to be everywhere at the catcher position today. Bases are juiced for Riker Waite, a switch-hitting shortstop who will bat left-handed.
And all of these Bourne batters on base have reached via a walk as well. No base hits allowed, but a lot of just free passes.
Jones walked 10 in 7 1/3 in the regular season. Fastball high and away, or check that, 7 walks, 10 hits in 7 1/3. 4 strikeouts, had a whip over 2. Really struggled, but here's a chance for him to flip the script. The 1-0 to Waite, that's away. Waite college teammates at Vanderbilt with the man who bat in front of him, Braden Holcomb at Vanderbilt. 22 pitches from Jones, 6 strikes. The right-hander to a pitch, spiked into the chest protector of Tyson, and man, I don't want to be too blunt, but Jones is just missing almost everything. 23 pitches and 6 strikes. Looking for a ground ball to end the frame. 1 down, runners at every station. That is low. 4-pitch walk brings in a run. It is 9-3 Braves. 4 walks in the frame issued by Gavin Jones. Gonna try to get right against Cal Sefcik, a right-handed bat playing right field from Cincinnati. Sefcik 1 for 3 with a double. Cal Sefcik coming into this game as Jones hurls the first pitch to him, gets it on the corner. Strike 1. No 1 count to Sefcik, but coming into this game, he was all over Cotuit in the regular season. 7 for 10, including a 5 for 5 day the last time these teams met. Jones is 0-1. Low. Runners on every base. Kelly on third, Holcomb on second, Waite on first. Jones trying to get out of this one. 9-3 ball game. The pitch skips in front of the plate into the chest protector once again of Tyson. The count runs to 2-1, again in the favor of the batter. Sefcik's a free swinger. No one warming in the bullpen. Jones, the 2-1, is flared on a line out over the outstretched glove of Luke Matthews into center. Trotting home is Kelly, and that'll only score 1 run. It's a 2-run frame. It's 10-3 now off that single by Cal Sefcik.
I don't know what the record is for most bloop singles or bloop doubles there is in a game, but Bourne has to be well up there. I mean, they've just been getting contact that sinks so quickly into that shallow outfield. I mean, it just racks up base hit after base hit.
And here comes the pitching coach, Tim O'Connor, and check that about no action in the bullpen. No one was throwing at the time, but someone had warmed. New pitcher coming in momentarily. It's a righty for the Kettleers. He'll come in with 1 down. Runners on every base. 10-3 ball game. We'll be back in a moment. Kets Baseball is brought to you by Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. You'll find everything you need to beautify your home at Beacon Gardens, where quality products and excellent customer service make them Osterville's premier garden center. Visit Beacon Gardens on Osterville and West Barnstable Road.
Wake up to Cape Cod's finest coffee. Cape Cod coffee roasts fresh daily using only the finest beans. With a wide variety of options, from light to dark, flavored to decaf, there's something for everyone. Visit locally in Mashpee Commons and off Route 130 in Mashpee, or venture over the bridge to Wareham Crossing, where each location offers a full bar and menu. Proudly supporting the Cotuit Kettleers, Cape Cod Coffee is passionate about our brews and our community.
You'll be ready to power up when the power goes out with generator maintenance and service from RCA Electric in Mashpee. From preventative maintenance plans to 24/7 emergency service, trust RCA to keep your generator humming. Call us or visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
New pitcher is Will Newell, the right-hander standing 6'8" tall. This will only be his second official appearance with the Kettleers. He made one in one of the final games of the season when in 2/3 of an inning didn't allow a run and walked 1 batter. The right-hander out of Georgetown looking to eat some innings late in this one. He's been all over the map college-wise. Dayton for the past couple of years. Was at Lipscomb for his freshman year. Pitched in the New England Collegiate League as well for 3 straight summers before making his way to the Cape.
Tall presence out on the mound, up above 6.5 feet tall. Able to come over the shoulder, bring that ball down. It'll come down on pretty much every hitter, aside from the guys that you'll see in the batter's box 6.5 feet tall that match up with him. But he's able to really work down the zone, hopefully get some strikes in this inning for Cotuit.
Didn't allow an earned run in 10 appearances with Valley in the NECL earlier this summer before becoming one of those late ads for Cotuit. This is playoff baseball between Cotuit and Bourne here at Dorn Park. But Bourne leads 10-3. This is sponsored by Reader's Hardwood Supply, this Cape League playoff. Here comes the right-handed bat, Luke Costello, who worked an 11-pitch at-bat against Dylan Scudder last time he was up and smacked a single into center field. Newell with the bases loaded behind him, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch is swung on and missed. A diving breaking ball got a whiff. So, Gavin Jones came in to start this inning, walked 4 batters, and allowed an RBI single off the bat of Cal Sefcik that spelled his doom. The 0-1. That's low, a strike. Newell. A couple of sharp breaking balls, and he's way up in the count, 0-2. 1 ground ball towards the middle could end it. Farber and Matthews, the middle infielders, playing towards the outfield. The 0-2. Low and just inside. 1-2. Newell did struggle at Dayton in 2025. Gave up 14 earned in 7 2/3 innings. Newell. Here comes his 1-2. High. 2-2 now with 1 down. Newell has a pretty twitchy motion on the mound. Works first base side of the rubber. Brings his front leg high up in the air before coming down towards the mound. The 2-2. That's low. Just caught the corner. Called strike 3. Newell keeping the bases loaded with a strikeout, the second out of the inning.
Alabama, first baseman number 29, Jason Torres.
So Cotuit and Bourne have met plenty in the playoffs before this year. This is the 10th all-time playoff series between the two teams. They met last year in the divisional round and in the same round in 2023. Unfortunately, Bourne took both series. Newell works home to Jason Torres, a first pitch strike on the inside half. Newell, the 6'8" right-hander, working against the Alabama first baseman Jason Torres. Has some slug, hit 11 homers at school this year. The 0-1 is shot high in the air over the light pole and out of play. Quickly 0-2 to Torres. The ball spit back down the berm into a lucky fan that got a souvenir.
Someone fell over in their chair trying to get that foul ball.
It's all about the effort, Chris. Newell's 0-2. Called strike 3. Leaves the bases loaded and keeps it to a 2-run frame for Bourne. Disaster averted for Cotuit. It is still a 10-3 ball game. Bourne up going into the top of the 6th in Game 1 of the West Division Final.
Beacon Gardens is a proud sponsor of the Kets, Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville, West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their tremendous assortment of garden products. That's Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people, is your go-to team for Boston's professional athletes and people across New England. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs. Go Cats!
Need an ice cream fix this summer? Stop by the Four Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit Four Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference.
Colton Hartman is the new pitcher after 5 strong innings from Joey Colucci. For the Bourne Braves, we're in the top of the 6th here at Dorn Park. 10-3 is your score, Bourne over Cotuit. Hartman, the left-hander out of Louisville, is the new arm. He has only pitched once this summer against Cotuit. Went 1 scoreless inning, didn't allow a hit, struck out 2 batters a couple outings ago against Cotuit. He will get the middle of the order. Zanvon Schlegel, Landon Beaver, and Jack Natilli.
Hartman on the regular season through 6 appearances, he spun 8 complete innings, allowed 6 hits, 6 runs, all of those earned. Walked 8 and struck out 13. A K per 9 rate just above 14.5. One of those appearances, like you mentioned, Connor, against Cotuit, he closed out Game 3 of the season series in Cotuit's 10-3 win over Bourne. Came in, and you don't want to say mop-up duty, but in a game that was all but over in the 9th inning, and he did good that inning. Struck out 2 of the 4 batters that he faced, able to keep the frame scoreless and hitless.
And he's in something similar to that in a 7-run ball game. Bourne up big. Zanvon Schlegel stepping in, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Last half inning, the Kettleers hit, and they scored 3 runs and brought up 8 hitters. See if they can do something similar here. First pitch from Hartman is skied foul off to the right side. It's 0-1. Hartman has an abbreviated delivery from the left side. Kind of pumps in and then unloads. Brings the glove to his letters. A sidestep, a kick, and a fire. That's lined in the air out towards right. Coming in to play it and missing it is the right fielder, Sefsiker. He made the grab. Excuse me. Well, out number 1. Jeez.
The Kazoos just add a bit of insult to injury, I'll tell you that much.
Sometimes you get clown punched, Chris.
Been there many a time, brother. It was just an all-out effort from Cal Sefsik. Full-on diving effort. He reacted so calmly, too. He made it look like he didn't catch it.
Now lefty Hartman to Beaver. First pitch is scorched into left field, tailing down for a base hit in front of the left fielder, Legrande. A 1-out single for Landon Beaver. Back-to-back innings with a single for Beaver.
And he's been doing a great job this postseason of just getting on base. He's got great contact ability. It's pretty hard contact. We saw it showcased in that at-bat. Aside from his weak dribbler that he beat out for a single in his last at-bat, he's got a lot of speed, and he can get that barrel around quick.
Last time Beaver was on base, Jack Natilli ripped a double down the left field line to score him. The first pitch to Natilli is taken inside, strike 1. Infield playing to pull. The shortstop Riker Waite a couple steps inside of the outfield grass in his shortstop position. The second baseman Cooney playing close-ish to the bag on the left side of second. Hartman, the 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Beaver is the runner on first. He's stolen a base with the Kettleers. He's a big first baseman, but a little faster than your average. Natilli, the right-handed hitting catcher, DHing tonight, is ready. Hartman checks first, tosses over there quickly. Beaver stayed on the bag. No tag applied. Bourne's bullpen has a 4.49 ERA in the regular season. This is where Cotuit could get to them. 1 down, a runner on first. Natilli, the batter. We're in the top of the 6th. The pitch, low. He golfed it high into the top of the screen, bounced back into play. Stays 0-2. 10-3 is your score. Bourne has scored in every inning but the first. 3 in the second, 4 in the third. 1 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. Cotuit scored all 3 in the 5th. Hartman a couple checks of first. He will throw over there again. Beaver not with much of a lead on the first base bag. Maybe a couple of feet. He's standing on it now and takes a short lead. Stevens, the batter, on deck. Here comes the 0-2. Straight back foul. Count holds. Natilli, the power bat out of Cincinnati. 6 homers, 24 runs driven in this season for the Kettleers. He's hitting .286 in the postseason. Natilli digs in, brings the bat above his shoulder. He's ready with a crouch stance in the right-handed batter's box. Hartman, long hold. Here comes the 0-2, just outside. 1-2. Natilli had a stretch of games in July where he hit 5 homers in 4 games. Didn't hit his next till late July. A grand slam that secured a run rule victory over Hyannis, the team that Bourne beat in the first round of the playoffs. The 1-2. Looper stays high, 2-2. Hartman hitting the strike zone, but having trouble with Jack Natilli. He got Zan von Schlegel on a long liner out to right that his right fielder Sefcik dove and got. The 2-2, he'll go to first instead. Beaver's staying close to the bag. Hartman's just trying to keep him honest. Hartman, the tall lefty, center of the slab. Ball in the glove set at his numbers. The kick, the pitch. Inside that turned Natilli over. He's worked it all the way to a 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Natilli. 10-3 is your score. Cotuit looking to claw their way back into this one. Hartman, here it comes. Chopped foul. Just got to the left of one of the cameramen over there on the left side. Nice dodge. It's always a scary spot to be in down that left field line.
It absolutely is. Those foul balls are coming in hot.
3-2, we will do it again. Pitch number 9 incoming to Jack Natilli. A long at bat. Worked by the catcher. The payoff pitch. Lined on the ground towards the shortstop. Wait, dives and makes the play. Throwing over to first. It rolls away from the first baseman, Torres. To third is Beaver. Natilli will stay at the bag. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
That ground ball was smoked directly towards the gap between the shortstop, Waite, and the third baseman, Cade Lewis. Waite on his horse to his right, dived to keep that baseball in front of him. A great glove, but the throw was a little rushed over to first. Took a couple of hops, got caught up in the dirt, and then just kicked away from Torres.
Torres could not scoop it. There is still 1 out on the board. Runners on the corners for Nolan Stevens. They'll call it a single for Jack Natilli. So a pair of hits for him today. Now it's lefty-lefty. Hartman to Stevens. The first pitch to him is inside a ball. Last time, or 2 times ago that we played here, Nolan Stevens hit a grand slam. Part of a 6-run 7th inning that helped them win 10-3, the score of this ball game. Here comes the 1-0. That's inside on the knees of Stevens. Another good take by the right fielder. Stevens is 0 for 2 today, though he did drive in a run on a ground out back in the 5th. So back-to-back innings for him coming up to bat. Here it comes. High and tight. Ball 3. Stevens will get one down the middle from Hartman on this next pitch. Almost surely. Stevens with a wide stance in the left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. So it's 3-1 to Stevens. Beaver on third, Natilli on first. Each have played hero at some point in the Kettleers season. Now they're on for Nolan Stevens, trying to get into this lead. He cracks one high and fell over the press box. Now it's 3-2. Hartman's getting back into the count. Zan von Schlegel flew out to right to start this inning. Cal Sefcik made a diving play to rob him of a base hit. And then Landon Beaver and Jack Natilli hit back-to-back singles to put Nolan Stevens up with runners on the corners. Hartman, the kick and pitch. Laced straight to second base. A roller tosses to short. Waite throws to first. Not in time. That'll score a run. Landon Beaver in for run number 4 of the game for the Kettleers. Stevens is safe at first. Natilli out at second.
Kettleers able to get another run back. They've cut the lead down to 6, 10-4 ball game. And I mean, you just have to take what you can get right now for Cotuit. And at this point, any run really does help.
So it's 10-4. Beaver came home. Stevens is on first on a force out, grounded into. The first pitch to Luke Matthews hits one off the top of the screen right back onto the field of play. It's 0-1. So that is a 4-6-3 fielder's choice. That's just a force out. Tried to make the throw to first, but couldn't quite get Stevens. Was some sneaky speed down the line. Luke Matthews has been a run producer this season. The 0-1 to him. Drifts low and in. 1-1. Matthews is 1 for 2 today with a single. Hitting .500 this postseason. And at one point, him and Landon Beaver had driven in all 7 of the Kettleers' runs. That's low and in, or at least runs that were driven in by a hit. They stole a couple off errors in the first 2 games against Wareham. Matthews bats with Stevens on first, 2 down. Hartman laboring through the frame. It is 10-4. Bourne, the pitch. Hit on a line out into left center, gets down in front of Holcomb. Stevens stops at second. Matthews stops at first with a 2-out single.
3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and Luke Matthews getting base hits as a Cotuit Kettleer. He has been battle-tested all season long. He's been banged up, bruised, and he continues to just produce in this lineup card daily. I mean, his grit has been undeniably great, and for him to continue to produce the way that he has in the postseason has just been great.
He has been red hot for the Kettleers this postseason. That's his 6th hit in 3 games. The pitch to Taggart Tyson is tagged down the third baseline, fell. Gloved by Lewis. It's 0-1. Runners on first and second for Tyson, who beat out an infield single for his first hit of the night. Before that, he struck out swinging. Kettleers trying for another crooked number on the board. They need one to cut into this lead further. They're down 6 in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Low, but hits the zone. 0-2. Taggart Tyson has been sharing that 9-hole with Luke Lavin, depending on the pitching matchup. Hartman, the 0-2, flared high in the air into foul territory. Giving it a look is Torres, chasing it down and making the catch head high for out number 3. Kets leave 2, but score 1 here in the top of the 6th. It is a 10-4 ball game. Bourne still has the advantage going in to the bottom of 6 here at Dorn Park.
The Kettleers Call to the Bullpen is brought to you by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things in real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 618 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers.
Boston Hand to Shoulder are a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people. Their expert team treats everything from sports injuries to everyday wear and tear, helping patients of all ages get back to what they love. Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on the Cape. Call 617-965-TRIMIDY.
Safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust. Bottom of the sixth, it's 10-4. In this one, Cotuit down to Bourne at the Braves' Doran Park. Honestly, a place of nightmares for the Kettleers this season. They've been walked off twice here. Did enjoy a 10-3 win in the middle of all that action, but each of those two walk-off losses came against the starting pitcher Joey Colucci, who is 3-0 in games he's pitched in against Cotuit this summer, and you know, he started today.
Did he now?
You
don't say. He went 4 scoreless innings with 7 strikeouts, and then in his 5th, he did give up 3 runs. But at that point, Bourne had built up enough of a lead to where you just let him ride, and he did his job today for Bourne.
He was virtually untouchable in his first 4 innings. Didn't give up a base runner until Caden Bogenpole reached on a drop third strike in the 4th, but didn't allow his first hit until Landon Beaver led off that 5th inning with a single. And then after that, it was all she wrote. He got out of the inning, but like you said, gave up the 3 runs. Cotuit added 1 more in the top half of this one. Here's the pitch from Newell, bounced in. The ball to Ryan Cooney. It's Cooney, the second baseman from Oregon, then John LeGrande and Gavin Kelly, 8, 9, and 1. Due up in this frame, the bottom of the 6th. Newell pumps and pitches. That's hit high in the air out to left field. Von Schlegel on hot pursuit drops it. Into second is Cooney, and Von Schlegel, he just lost it.
The left field position has been a revolving door for Cotuit just because at one point we said Cotuit had an embarrassment of riches in terms of outfielders. A lot of them left late in the season, so now you're kind of filling in pieces. We've seen Taggart Tyson out there. We've seen Von Schlegel. We've seen Luke Lavin, none of whom are natural left fielders. So it's no discredit to Von Schlegel. That was a tough hanging ball that just stayed up in the air a while. He's just playing a position that he's had to battle through.
He had to run a long way to get to that ball, and he got it in the glove, but just popped right out. Newell against the lefty LeGrande. He's reached every time today. Cooney has a long lead off second. Newell will toss back there, and Farber picked that one. The low almost hit the ground. Could have gotten to the outfield if not for Farber's glove work. Now Newell will look back. Throw down to second, not in time. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but what you missed was John LeGrande hit a single to bring Ryan Cooney over to third base. Tyson threw down and tried to get him. He stole second. So there's runners on second and third with no outs. And Will Newell just struck out Gavin Kelly, swinging his third punch out of the night.
We're battling out here, Connor. We've battled elements. We've battled, what are those bugs? We've battled cicadas out here at Durham Park. We've battled random losses of power, but hey, we're still here. We're still standing. Let's have a day.
Let's do it, and it's a very nice night. Darkness has fallen on Doran Park, but it's a nice 67 degrees as that shot high in the air by Cade Lewis out to the left side, past the concession stand, and well foul. It's 0-1. Lewis, 2 for 3 with a walk, a couple RBI singles today. 2 hits in the inning against Newell to this point. He's got 1 down via the strikeout of Gavin Kelly. Cade Lewis, the All-SEC ACC third baseman, is into the left-handed batter's box. Hits one on the ground down the third base line. Johnson can't get the runner at home, so he goes to first. The throw brought Beaver off the bag, but he tagged the runner, Lewis, in time. 2 outs, but 1 more run scores Cooney off of the RBI groundout.
We've seen some great plays from Beaver at first base in his short time as a Kettleer, where even if he gets pulled off the bag, he'll tag the runner. He's that acrobatic at first and that good defensively. So it's no surprise you think that's the initial reaction of a runner being out when he's in the vicinity, just because he makes the effort and makes it look like he's got the runner tagged no matter what.
The umpires are convening, potentially thinking about overturning it. It was a close play at the bag. Cade Lewis is still standing over there. So the umpiring crew of Sam Finn, Dro Gravina, and Michael Chukerman are still talking this over right in front of home plate. Holcomb would be the man up to bat, presumably with 2 outs, and they confirmed the out call, Joe Gravina says. So it's 2 down with the runner on second.
Now batting from Vanderbilt, center fielder number 34, Braden Holcomb.
Will Newell will deposit his ball over towards a Bourne ball boy and get a new one to face off against Braden Holcomb, who is hitless today. 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch and walked, which is a surprise. He's had success against Cotuit in the regular season. 7 for 20, 6 runs driven in, couple of doubles, scored 5 runs himself. Righty-righty matchup, Newell to Holcomb, just a touch high on the first pitch. It's 1-0. 2 down in the frame. Runner on second is LeGrande behind Newell. 11-4 ball game. 5 straight innings of scoring for Bourne. Newell, the 6'8" righty, pumps, delivers, just off the outside half. It's 2-0. Newell's only outing in the regular season was against Bourne. 2/3 of an inning, only allowed a walk, no hits, no runs, no strikeouts. Newell pumps the 2-0. Fastball is clipped high in the air and well behind the press box and out of play. It's 2-1. Lights on full strength here. Outfield playing straight away, intermediate depth, all in their spots. Von Schlegel, though, playing a deeper left field. Johnson is to the left of the third base bag. Matthews playing close to second, holding LeGrande honest. Beaver playing behind the first base bag. Newell takes a peek back at second. Now he looks home, fires. A tapper short down the first base line, rolling slowly towards the Cotuit dugout. It's 2-2. 2 down in the frame. An 11-4 ball game in Game 1 of the West Division Finals, presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. (11-2) ball game. Cotuit will try to get back into this one with 3 more innings left after this. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and just chipped out of the dirt by Holcomb. Barely got a piece of it. Man, in the all-time playoff series between these two teams, going back to 2005, Bourne is 8-3 right here at Dorn Park against the Kettleers in said playoff games. Holcomb re-enters the box. It's a 2-2 count still. Here comes Newell's 2-2. It's high. Full count in the first round of this year's playoffs. Cotuit beat Wareham 2-0. A couple of extra inning marathons. The first one 10 innings. The second one 11. Bourne went the full 3 against Hyannis. Walked off, or no, that's checked on the ground towards short. It pops up off the chest of Farber, and Holcomb will reach with 2 outs. That should be an error.
It took a funky hop off of some dirt right in front of Farber. He was expecting a low hop, and it just kicked well up on him, bouncing off near his collarbone. It took that wonky of a hop. I mean, it's unfortunate that it has to happen to Farber, who's normally sure-handed at shortstop, but it's just a bit of a summary on how the night's been. Not a whole lot of breaks for Cotuit.
That is for sure. So they will tag that an error in E6 on Farber. So now it's runners in the corners in a tough spot after a weird hop of that baseball. Will Newell will have to pitch against Riker Waite, the switch hitter, batting left-handed. He's got a single and a couple walks. Hits one high in the air out to right field. Stevens coming in and camping out in front of the fence to make the catch for out number 3, leaves 2 on. But one more scores for Bourne. It's 11-4. Braves up on Cotuit going into the top of the 7th.
Wake up to Cape Cod's finest coffee. Cape Cod coffee roasts fresh daily using only the finest beans. With a wide variety of options from light to dark, flavored to decaf, there's something for everyone. Visit locally in Mashpee Commons and off Route 130 in Mashpee, or venture over the bridge to Wareham Crossing, where each location offers a full bar and menu. Proudly sponsoring the Cotuit Kettleers, Cape Cod Coffee is passionate about our brews and our community.
Beacon Gardens is Osterville's premier garden center. You'll find everything you need to beautify your home at Beacon Gardens, where quality products and excellent customer service make them Osterville's premier garden center. Visit Beacon Gardens on Osterville, West Barnstable Road.
Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialist for athletes and everyday people, brings you to the Kettleers' top of the order. They're the go-to team for Boston's professional athletes and people across New England. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs.
Camden Johnson leads off the frame for the Kettleers, an 11-4 ball game between them and the Bourne Braves. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Playoff Baseball presented by Reader's Hardwood Supply. Chris Albright to my left. I'm Connor Shue here on the Cotuit Kettleers radio broadcast on the Kettleers Radioverse. Colton Hartman Fires home, swing and a miss.
The radio verse?
What? This is the radio. You know, if you've never heard that,
I love the Kettleers radio verse now.
Well, that's what it is. So, Colton Hartman, a fastball strike to Camden Johnson, who is 0 for 3. High fastball towards the face of Johnson. Stayed off, but it's 1-1. Johnson reached once on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. Got stranded at second base. Kettleers brought 6 up to bat in the 6th, but only scored 1 run. Here comes the 1-1 to Johnson. Golfs one high in the air off to the left side. Sprinting in to play it is the shortstop Riker Waite, who ranged far off to his right in the outfield for out number 1.
Waite's got a lot of speed, covers a lot of ground. That ball was in shallow left field, about 10 feet off the foul line, and Waite made it all the way over from short to make that catch.
So Johnson pops out to the shortstop. Now it's Ryan Farber switching to the right side against the lefty Hartman. The first pitch to him is shot high in the air under the lights and well out of play off to the right. Farber 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the 5th. Struck out and flew out his other 2 times up. He's on his way to Auburn for his junior season of college baseball. Hartman steps, kicks, fires. That's checked foul over the Ket's dugout. It's 0-2. Some fans behind us really want T-shirts. I can't blame them.
In this economy, a free T-shirt is incredible.
It's like striking gold at this point.
Pretty much.
Hartman, his 0-2 to Farber, is swung on and missed. The first strikeout of the evening for Hartman.
Make it 9 on the day from Bourne pitching in total. Colucci got 8 of them.
Man, he was incredible today. Almost perfect through 4. And then gave up a few in the 5th. Here's Caden Bogenpole. Tough day at the plate for him. 3 strikeouts. He can change it all here, though. A lot of power in his bat. Had a good regular season. 3 homers. Brought home plenty of runs and walked over 20 times. The first pitch to him is swung on and missed. 0-1. Bogenpole, on his second strikeout, he reached first on a dropped third strike. I don't know if they're ever going to get that T-shirt, Chris.
It's electric.
The 0-1 is taken high and tight towards the all-natural wood-colored bat of Caden Bogenpole. He taps home with it. Holds it in front and brings it above his shoulder, twitching it back and forth. The 1-1 from Hartman is low and away. Called a ball.
I'm sure they do.
These teams met 5 times in the regular season. The Bravos squeaked out the series 3-2. Ball in the glove. Hartman steps, kicks, delivers that shot straight back into the netting. 2-2 is your count with 2 down. No one on in the top of the 7th. 11-4 is your score. There's one more playoff game going on right now. Game 1 in the East Division final. YD up 5-0 on Harwich. Harwich walked off Brewster in Game 3 last night to make it to the final. The 2-2 lined into the glove of Cooney, ranging to his right for out number 3. A tough way to end the frame for Bogenpole and company. It stays 11-4. Bourne is up going into the bottom half of the 7th.
Hey, it's Chris, and when I'm looking for a cold treat, I go to 4 Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit 4 Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference.
Hi, I'm Connor Shue. Kettleers Baseball is brought to you by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 681 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers.
The Kettleer interns and the very popular t-shirt toss are brought to you by Paul J. Casalt & Sons, certified roofing experts proudly serving Cape Cod and Plymouth since 1927. If you've got roofing, siding, or gutter needs, let the Casalt family take care of your family.
I'm following my former guys that I hosted in minor leagues and majors.
So it's 11-4 in this one. The Braves lead the Cotuit Kettleers. Let's do a check on CJ Kafis, the minor leaguer turned big leaguer, former Cotuit Kettleer, playing right field for the Guardians tonight. He has a pair of doubles. He's 2 for 2 against the Chicago White Sox. The Guardians are up 8-1 over the team in black and white on the south side of Chicago. So shout out to CJ Kafis. Great with Cotuit. Now he's shining at the major league level. Back to baseball here at Doran Park. Bourne up 11-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Newell unloads. That shot on the ground towards short. Farber collects it off a hop and throws to first in time to retire. Cal Sefcik, a ground out for out number 1. So, Chris, if you missed it, I was just talking about CJ Kafis and his 2 for 2 day with the Guardians right now. It's pretty good.
Unnecessary call out on if I was talking to the former host mom of Kevin Ginkle.
I'm just messing with you. Ginkle, big leaguer with the Diamondbacks.
Former Ket.
The pitch to Luke Costello is low, and I know Brooke Kilgore's a big fan of the Gink.
Shout out Brooke Kilgore, gone but never forgotten.
Just went home this morning. We'll miss her.
Ugh, Syracuse.
Oh, man. All right. Well, it's a 1-0 count with no one on base. Newell fires a breaking ball low, called strike to Costello. 2 for 3 with an RBI single to his name. Had a sac bunt back in the 3rd as well. Newell unloads his 1-1 just high and outside. Costello had an incredible at-bat against Dylan Scudder earlier this game in the 4th inning. He worked him to 11 pitches before depositing an RBI single out into center field, just fouling off borderline pitch after borderline pitch. The 2-1 is head high, 3-1. 11-4 is your score in the divisional final of the west side of the Cape League. Bourne beat Hyannis in 3 to get here. Cotuit got Wareham in sweeping fashion. The 3-1 from Newell is low. Costello tosses the bat away on ball number 4. He takes his first walk of the night.
And the walk problems just continuing to plague the Kettleers. That's now 8 walks issued by Cotuit pitchers today. We saw that in the first round. Typically, those free passes equal some positive base running.
Newell will try to work out of it with a 1-out base runner. That's Costello on first. Now he faces the Bama slugger, Jason Torres. The first pitch to him is low. Hits the zone, though. Strike 1. The first baseman, Torres, did not enjoy the best summer on Cape. Hit a .147 in 12 games played. And only a single hit against Cotuit in the regular season. The 0-1 is low. Another great spot from Newell. Just caught the zone on that dipping changeup. He's pitching against the righty Torres, who hit .255 at Alabama this year. Their starting first baseman. 11 homers, 5 doubles, 37 runs driven in. The 0-2. Bounced in. Tyson sprung up to look off the runner at first. And Torres came to Bama by way of Miami, Florida in the ACC, and man, he was really good there in his limited time. He only played 39 games as a sophomore, but he had 52 hits, 8 homers, 7 doubles. He hit .331. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Torres down on strikes for the 3rd time this game, and that was a problem he had at Bama. 83 strikeouts in the regular season.
Well, some good pitch placement from Will Newell. Continued to go low and away on Torres, and that's the 3rd time Torres has been struck out today, all in the same general vicinity, just getting him fishing.
Now Newell's got Ryan Cooney, first pitch fastball well inside, 1-0. Got to tip your cap to Newell for the effort he's made today. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, only 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Only the 2nd time he's taken the mound for the Kets. He's looked pretty good. Here comes Newell's 1-0 low. Ball 2. Costello threatening to run over on first on every pitch. He took an intermediate lead before retreating on the previous offer. Middle of the infield playing at the cut of the grass of the outfield. The 2-0 pitch just floats away. 3-0. Beaver is keeping Costello close over at the first base bag. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 11 runs on 14 hits for Bourne, 4 on 8 for Cotuit. The pitch, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Issue to Ryan Cooney, his 4th time reaching today. 3 for 4 with a walk.
St. John's left fielder number 1, John LeGrande.
John LeGrande. Talk about a thorn in Cotuit's side today. He is 2 for 2 with a pair of walks, and he has scored 3 of 4 times he's reached base. All over it on the base paths. Has 3 stolen bags as well. Just what a day. Scored the winning run the first time these teams played. First pitch to him is taken low and inside. Strike 1 to LeGrande. He was an all-Big East first-teamer this season at St. John's. Not necessarily a baseball powerhouse, but they enjoyed a good year in the Big East. That's low and in. 1-1. LeGrande hit .368 with the Johnnies. Hit 7 homers, 8 doubles, 5 triples, and he stole 33 bags. Wow. The 1-1 floats in. That's tagged towards short. Farber guns to second to get the lead runner out, number 3, to get Newell out of the inning. No runs scored in this one for the Braves. The first time that's happened since the 1st inning. It is 11-4. Bourne over Cotuit, who will try to come back in the last 2.
The Kettleers Call to the Bullpen is brought to you by Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their tremendous assortment of garden products. That's Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Hey, it's Chris here. From bean to bite, sip, savor, and share a moment at Cape Cod Coffee. Their 2 Mashpee locations include the perfect brunch spot in Mashpee Commons and a lunch and dinner restaurant with a full bar right off Route 130. Cape Cod Coffee has also opened a new location in Wareham Crossing where you can indulge in delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. Visiting any of these locations will leave you absolutely thrilled. Cape Cod Coffee is a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers.
Make sure to stop by Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons, the maxillofacial surgery and dental implant center of South Yarmouth. Doctors Theo Hardees, Meyer, and Sarah Pack are the Cape's leading experts on oral biopsies, wisdom teeth extractions, and dental implant reconstructive surgery.
Kettleers Baseball is brought to you by Boston Hand to Shoulder, trusted orthopedic specialists for athletes and everyday people. Their expert team treats everything from sports injuries to everyday wear and tear, helping patients of all ages get back to what they love. Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on the Cape. Call 617-965-HAND for all of your hand and upper extremity needs.
The Kettleers Call to the Bullpen is brought to you by Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center. You'll find everything you need to beautify your home at Beacon Gardens, where quality products and excellent customer service makes them Osterville's premier garden center. Visit Beacon Gardens on Osterville West Barnstable Road.
(11-4) is the score of this one going into the top of the 8th. This is the second to last chance for the Kettleers to come back from down 7 in Game 1 of the West Division Final between Cotuit and Bourne here at Doran Park, the home of the Bourne Braves. These playoffs sponsored by Reader's Hardwood Supply. Cotuit in a hole. They bring up the middle of their order, Zanvon Schlegel, Landon Beaver, and Jack Natilli, the face-off against the new arm, a right-hander out of Auburn, Saxon Roberts.
He's a War Eagle, had one appearance this summer, regular season, went 2 innings flat, gave up 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 2.
That's a unique one. He pitched with Charlottesville in the Valley League earlier this summer. He steps, kicks, delivers a first pitch ball, a cloud of dust popping out of the glove of the catcher, Gavin Kelly. Oh, that's a new backstop. We'll tell you who that is momentarily. This is actually Sean Martinez as well. Pinch hitting for Zanvon Schlegel. Plenty of shuffling around. So Gavin Kelly's out in right field now. Aiden Paradine replaces him behind the plate. Cal Sefcik's day is done. The 1-1 drops in a strike to Sean Martinez, who does not have a hit in the postseason. These are actually his first cuts of the postseason. That's high. So it's 2-2 to Martinez from St. Louis, pinch hitting for Zanvon Schlegel. Getting a chance late in this one. Here comes the 2-2. Chopped straight back foul to the brick backstop. So presumably there will be some shuffling around on the infield. Martinez naturally a middle infielder. Here comes the 2-2. Checked on, no swing. I think if I had to guess where everyone will move for the Kettleers on the field, everyone will get shifted to the left. Matthews over to short, Farber to third, and then Johnson replaces Von Schlegel in left. Just my take. The 3-2. Outside, Martinez works a walk.
I am now extremely excited for the next half inning to see if you're correct. And I'd be willing to bet that you are.
I don't see how else that would go. I mean, Farber can play all across the diamond, and Matthews has played plenty of shortstop. Johnson's played in left a good amount as well, so I feel like that's where all of them will slot in. Landon Beaver will stay at first base. I think you can guarantee that. He's into the left-handed batter's box. Good day for him. Pair of singles. Watches a strike the inside half from Saxon Roberts. Roberts has only made 1 appearance this season for Bourne. A 2-inning relief appearance towards the end of the season. Allowed 1 hit and a walk, struck out 2. Beaver wagging the blue bat behind his head. Here comes the 0-1. Whoa, brushed him way off the plate. 1-1. Martinez is on first. He worked a walk. That, Chris, is the first walk that the Kets have worked today.
It's been pristine pitch placement from Bourne today.
Beaver working through a 1-1 count with a no-out base runner. That high pitch skipped out of the glove of the catcher, Paradine. So safe on second is Martinez advancing on the pass ball.
He's wearing, the catcher Paradine, he's wearing his green garb from Northwest Florida State Junior College. You know their mascot?
Oh, jeez. I don't.
I don't either. I was just asking.
Oh, well, we'll find out. After Saxon Roberts offers this 2-1, clipped into the glove of Paradine foul. The number 1 catcher in New Jersey, Paradine, previously at Siena.
Oh, so it's the green of Siena then.
That pitch is clocked high in the air, tailing towards left field, coming in to make the grab head high is John Legrande, 1 down.
Now batting from Cincinnati, designated hitter number 29,
So,
Jack Natili.
actually, I'll ask you this. What is Siena's mascot?
It's a dog of some kind. I know that.
No.
Are they the Bernards or something? No, the Siena Saints.
Ooh, let's find
But their
out.
mascot's a dog, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Yeah, St. Bernard. There you go. Good work.
Bang, bang, bang.
So, Paradine was at Siena last year. Jack Natili up to bat with 1 out. Roberts a couple checks of second, will drop a breaking ball in a strike. Paradine's dad, Sean, played baseball at St. Peter's. They're the Billikens, right?
Close.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Or
St.
is that
Louis.
Louis?
That's St. Louis.
I always confuse them because I think of the one that had the NCAA tournament playoff run in the basketball sphere.
That was St. Peter's.
That was, yeah, I just always mix up the mascot for whatever reason. Couldn't tell you.
The Peacocks.
Shout out to Doug Edert. I hope people know who that is still.
Go Mustache Man.
The 1-1. Skied high in the air past the infield. Charging in is Legrande to make the grab, 2 down. So, Edert, I wonder if he ever ran into Dylan Scudder. They were both on Bryant's campus at the same time, I think. They might have missed each other by a year.
That would be worlds colliding.
Because Edert transferred from St. Louis to Bryant for, I think, his junior year. Oh, 1 to Stevens after a Jack Natili flyout. 2 down in the frame. Runner on second, and Sean Martinez. 11-4 is your score. The pitch to Stevens is low, skips all the way to the backstop, straight back to Paradine. He might have had a chance to get the runner, Martinez in third, but no throw down. He reaches safely. Stevens, the batter, reached once on a force out, but managed to take first base. Drove in a run on a ground out as well. Stevens going to Oklahoma by way of Mississippi State, where he was a two-way his first year, then really limited the pitching appearances his second. He clips the 1-1 straight back. It's 1-2. So if there's ever a real shortage of arms in the bullpen for Cotuit as the playoffs draw on, Stevens is a guy you could bring out there.
You really could. Two-way threat. They call him Shohei Ohtani at Mississippi State.
Do they? Here comes the 1-2. Hit back up the middle of the shortstop, collected by Waite. Back to first, just in time to retire Stevens. It is 11-4. We have played 7.5. We're going to kick it to our sideline reporter, Jaden Marine.
Thanks, Connor. In what has been somewhat of a dull night for the Kets, one bright spot continues to be the play of infielder Luke Matthews out of Kent State. Matthews joined the fold midseason as a depth piece, but has turned out to be one of the more productive pieces for Cotuit. His addition to the team came in a crucial spot following the departure of second baseman Jaron Avincula due to injury. Matthews has spent the majority of his time as a Ket playing up the middle with Ryan Farber and has fit in perfectly like a glove. Going into last week, Matthews was slashing for an average of 246 with an OPS of barely 600. before being sidelined for 4 games with some discomfort in his wrist. Since his return to the lineup, he's gone 7 for 15 with 4 RBIs and has reached base in over half his plate appearances. His production has come from the bottom half of the order, which has been huge throughout these first handful of games for Cotuit in the postseason. His glove has always been a steady part of his game, making 2 stunning plays in the 9th inning of Cotuit's Game 1 victory against Wareham in the Division Series. Guys, it's been great to watch one of the more underrated names on this roster thrive the way he has down the stretch. Back to you guys.
Jaden, he sure is a dog. We'll go back here in a moment here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The Kettleers interns in the very popular t-shirt toss is brought to you by Paul J. Casalt & Sons, certified roofing experts, proudly serving Cape Cod and Plymouth since 1927. If you've got roofing, siding, or gutter needs, let the Casalt family take care of your family.
Be safe and comfortable in your home in any season with a Generac automatic standby generator from RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee. RCA does it all, from consultation to installation to maintenance. For more information, visit rcaelectric.com. RCA Electric and Generators in Mashpee, generating trust.
Kettleers Baseball is brought to you by Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons, the Maxillofacial Surgery and Dental Implant Center of South Yarmouth. Doctors Thea Herodis, Meyer, and Sarapak are the Cape's leading experts in oral biopsies, wisdom teeth extractions, and dental implant reconstructive surgery.
Gavin Kelly will lead off the frame. He's now playing right field. So the defensive changes. Let's see. Oh, they put Martinez at third, and they move Johnson to left. Ryan Egan throws his first pitch of the night. Low in the dirt, a ball is coming out for the bottom of the 8th. So my prediction was wrong. Ryan Farber will stay at short. Luke Matthews will stay at second. Martinez is pinched in on the corner at third. That's low ball. Egan, the righty, out of Fordham. "14 hits for 11 runs tonight for Bourne. They're up 11-4. That is cracked down the third baseline, fair off the bag, rolling towards the corner and rolling to second base is Kelly, who will stop with a stand-up double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Now batting from Wake Forest, third base.
Will Newell's day is done. He went 2 2/3, allowed 1 run, 2 hits, struck out 4. Gave way to Ryan Egan, who just allowed a leadoff double. Gavin Kelly, have yourself a day. 3 for 5 with 3 runs driven in and a walk. Not too bad. Just a nightmare start to the series for the Kettleers. That's slashed high off to the left side, foul by Cade Lewis. It's 11-4. Cats scored 4 in the 5th and the 6th combined, but other than that, it's been crickets. Cade Lewis, the left-handed swinging corner infielder, steps in. Egan checks second, fires home. That is mashed out to left, but into the glove of Cam Johnson at number 1. This will bring up Braden Holcomb, a righty from Vanderbilt. Still hitless today, but he's reached 3 times. Got on with an error, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Braden Holcomb will give way to a pinch hitter, actually.
Sebastian Mexico.
He played once this season against the Kettleers and went 3 for 5. He's a lefty. Played in that final game of the season that the Bravos won 7-4. Egan, the stout righty, a couple checks of second, kicks, deals. Fastball hits the outside corner. Mexico spit on the first pitch. Mexico awaiting the 0-1. Here it comes, slashed on it, missed. Plays his baseball at La Tech. Hit .300 in the regular season for the Braves. So, 2. Egan looking for his first postseason strikeout. This is his first appearance. High and away. Egan made a handful of appearances in the regular season for the Kets. He was a part of one of those waves of new pitchers that they picked up. Made 4 appearances, went 4 innings. The 1 and 2 is swung on and missed. A strikeout for Ryan Egan.
Now batting from Vanderbilt, shortstop number 3, Riker Waite.
Riker Waite will step in. With 2 down, a runner on second. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 11-4 is your score. It's getting to be a chilly one here at Doran Park. I can't believe I wore shorts today, Chris. The first pitch is low and away, a strike.
Yeah, beyond a bad move. Just, you got to prepare for the elements, and I don't think you did.
Well,
Shorts, quarter zip. I mean, your top half is good.
The 0-1 is flipped backwards. Zone 2, it is a scalding 65 degrees. The opposite of that.
It feels like it's colder than 65.
The real feel right now is 63. A 4-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to the northwest area.
What wind?
Allegedly, there's a 4-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, Egan fires the 0-2. It's low, got him. Called strike 3. Ryan Egan, couple punchies to get out of the 8th inning. Last chance for the Cats, down 7. Up next in the top of the 9th. It's 11-4.
The Kettleers 50-50 raffle is brought to you by 4 Seas Ice Cream in Centerville, the oldest ice cream shop in Massachusetts. They've been in business 91 years, carrying many of the same unbelievable flavors. Visit 4 Seas Ice Cream and taste the difference. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets now.
From bean to bite, sip, savor, and share a moment at Cape Cod Coffee. Their 2 Mashpee locations include the perfect brunch spot at Mashpee Commons and a lunch and dinner restaurant with a full bar right off Route 130. Cape Cod Coffee has also opened a new location in Wareham Crossing where you can indulge in delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner options. Visiting any of these locations will leave you absolutely thrilled. Cape Cod Coffee is a proud sponsor of the Cotuit Kettleers.
The Kettleers are sponsored by longtime Cotuit residents Pat and John Callahan of Kinlan Grover Compass. With over 4 decades of experience in commercial lending and real estate, Pat and John are the go-to choice for all things real estate in Cotuit and surrounding towns. Visit them at 681 Falmouth Road in Mashpee. That's the Callahans from Kinlan Grover Compass, proud sponsors and longtime fans of the Kettleers.
$11-4 is your score. Braves up on Cotuit going to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Cats to get some runs across. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any reproduction, duplication, or any other unauthorized use is strictly prohibited.
Now batting from Kent State, second baseman number 6, Luke Matthews.
You killed that.
Who
Good
needs
job.
the paper? Come on.
Good job. That was good.
That's the first time I think any of us have ever done the copyright read without reading the paper. I'm proud of myself for that one.
Took until game 43 for all of us.
Oh, here comes the first pitch from Saxon Roberts. A strike right down Broadway. It's 0-1. You know, greatness takes time.
Are you quoting someone or are you just saying that?
Just saying it. Oh, that pitch is hit high in the air out to right center field, but short enough for the second baseman, Cooney, to come out to play it. 1 down. So, 1 down here in the top of the 9th. These teams will meet tomorrow at approximately 4 o'clock on Cotuit's home ground, the beautiful Lowell Park, for a potentially series-deciding Game 2. Tiger Tyson will step in, the catcher. To bat against Saxon Roberts, the 4th time he's come up to swing it today. We've gotten late into the night in this one. It's 9:17 local time. The first pitch is clobbered out to right center. Ranging to his right is LaGrande. Makes the grab for out number 2. He moved over there so Sebastian Mexico could come into left field. After pinch hitting for Braden Holcomb. Now it's Camden Johnson, the last hope for the Kettleers. He'll bat with 2 down and no one on here in the top of the 9th. 11-4 is your score. No runs come across since the 6th inning. Each team scored 1 in that. High pitch, ball number 1. Bourne scored their first 3 in the 2nd. Then it was an avalanche of runs after that. 4 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 more in the 6th. Roberts comes home with it. Low and inside, 2-0. Cotuit didn't score their first until the 5th. They had a 3-run 5th inning and scored 1 more in the 6th. They've got 4 runs on 8 hits. Bourne has 11 on 15. Roberts trying to close up shop. It's a swing and a miss from Johnson. Strike 1. Stick with us tomorrow on Cape League TV for the home game. Lowell Park should be packed. Everyone come out for that one. The 2-1. That's high a ball. Should be a nice day at the park as well. We'll check out the forecast. High of 79, sunny all day. Can't complain about that.
No sirree.
Thanks, Chris. The 3-1. Low and in, but called a strike. I love the cartoonish accent on that one.
Appreciate that one.
It is a 3-2 count. Johnson, the man at the plate. The left-handed swinging now left fielder. The 3-2. High, ball 4. Johnson takes a 2-out walk. It'll bring up Ryan Farber. The switch hitter will bat left-handed.
Now batted from Texas State, shortstop number 33.
Trying to start a late rally against Saxon Roberts. It'll take a lot, but crazier things have happened. Farber versus Roberts. These two will play together next year at school at Auburn. The first pitch to Farber is away a ball.
War Eagle.
War Eagle. So it's a 1-0 count. Runner on first. Farber up to the plate. 1 for 4 with an RBI single today. The 1-0 to him. Brushes him off. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 down. The second baseman, Cooney, playing pretty deep in the second base hole. Johnson's the runner on first. He holds an intermediate lead off the bag, hands on his knees. Roberts fires home, swung on and missed. Farber took a rip on it. Farber he's been the lone producer near the top of the order for Cotuit today. The pitch turns him off the plate. It's 3-1. The top of the order for the Kettleers today is a combined 1 for 15, the top 4. Then the 5-hole hitter, Landon Beaver, excuse me. Landon Bieber, the 3-1. It's high and tight. Ball 4 to Farber. So 2 2-out walks drawn by the Kettleers. They've got life. The second time Farber is reached tonight. Third walk issued by Saxon Roberts. Caden Bogenpole will step in. The left-handed swinging center fielder facing off against the righty Saxon Roberts here in the top of the 9th. It's 11-4. First pitch to him is low a ball. They're letting Roberts eat out there. 33 pitches. He only threw 2/3 of an inning at Auburn this year, and 2 this summer. With it being a 7-run ball game, the bullpen is inactive. Scott Landers completes his mound visit. Roberts trying to get out of this one himself. It could get scary. The 1-0 hacked on and missed by Bogenpol. It's 1-1. Bogenpol 0 for 4 tonight. Hit around 240 in the regular season. The 1-1 taken inside, ball 2. Johnson is on second. Farber, the runner, on first. Sean Martinez is on deck. Landed Beaver in the hole. The 2-1 cracked high off to the left, foul. 2-2. Bogenpol down to his last strike. 3 Cats have multi-hit games tonight. Beaver, Natilli, and Matthews all have 2.
Come on, Caden.
The 2-2 pending. Here it is, spiked away. Each runner will advance a station. The ball rolled all the way towards the screen by the dugout of Bourne.
Come on, Shano, let's go.
That was ball 4 anyway. Or no, I think that actually got the foot of Bogenpol. It was a 2-2 count. So 3 straight base runners with 2 outs for the Kettleers. Here comes Sean Martinez. He was the hero against Wareham towards the end of the regular season. Hit a walk-off sac fly to bring them home. And a 3-2 win. First pitch to him is cut on and missed. 0-1. Bogenpol reached with a hit by pitch. He's on first. Farber and Johnson reached with walks there on second and third. Bases juiced for Martinez. 2 down. Roberts pumps and delivers. That's high. 1-1. As long as there's someone in the box, there's hope for the Kettleers.
Go, Sean.
Here comes the 1-1. Broke his bat at the handle. Wood flying everywhere. Bat absolutely shattered out of the hand of Sean Martinez. It's broken up the middle. You can see the inside of the bat on the handle. He's walking it back to the dugout. That splintered, and I think a piece of it got Martinez.
Yeah, his hand went to his mouth directly after that broken bat, walked it back to the dugout.
He's good, though. I mean, he's picking up a new bat. Well, he's got some new lumber. It's a 1-2 count. Bases juiced for Sean Martinez. Could he hit a grand slam?
He's got new lumber.
Come on, Shano, let's go.
Martinez will step into a 1-2 count, 2 down. Cats down 7, but the bases are loaded in the top of the 9th. Roberts comes home. Oof, chipped foul. 1-2. Fans have cleared out here at Bourne.
Fight, Sean. Way to fight, kid.
Still a 1-2 count for Sean Martinez. Pinch hitting for Von Schlegel. Roberts 42 pitches deep to get 5 outs to this point. He's laboring. Here comes his 1-2, and that got Martinez. A hit by pitch will score a run. Here comes Johnson. He splintered his bat, and it hit him in the face, and then he got hit in the hands to drive in a run. What a gritty AB.
I mean, that's just a tough at bat. He battled through a lot there, and I mean, bases are still loaded.
Bases stay juiced. Here's Landon Beaver, the hero of the Kettleers last game, hit a walk-off homer to bring them to this point. The first pitch to him is well high. Beaver is 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. He's hitting with runners at all stations. Varber on third, Bogenpol on second, Martinez on first. (11-5) is your score. The pitch, that's high. With every pitch, it feels like the Kettleers are gaining more and more life. There's a man up in the pen. Bourne getting antsy. Beaver is ready, lefty-righty matchup, the 2-0, high again. 3 balls, no strikes to Beaver. We've got drama brewing here in the top of the 9th. Bases loaded. Beaver a long hold as he waits for the pitcher, Roberts. He was disengaged. The pitch clock went to 0, but they just forgot to reset it. Here it comes. That hit the zone. Barely. Got the bottom. Roberts facing danger. If he walks Beaver, he walks in another run. It would be 11-6. The 3-1. Cool. Took a hack on it and just clipped it straight back. It is 3-2 with the bases juiced. 11-5 is your score. Cotuit down in the bottom of the 9th. Roberts pitching to Beaver. 2 hits for him today. Roberts, the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. That's your ball game. The Kettleers flirted with a comeback, but lost this one 11-5 with the Landon Beaver strikeout with the bases loaded. Great effort at the end, though.
Made it interesting at the end, however close it might have been. I mean, the Kettleers continued to battle a little bit. Some of the grittiest at-bats coming from Bogenpol and Martinez in that 9th inning, resulting in hit by pitches. I mean, it's just game 1 of a 3-game series.
3-game set will continue tomorrow at home in Cotuit. So the final lines: 11 runs on 15 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors for Cotuit. In this loss at Doran Park for the Kettleers. And it was just a tough one. They got tagged up early. 7 runs combined between the 2nd and 3rd innings, all by way of Bourne, and then they just kept the scoring going. 1 more in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th to pretty much close the door right there.
Bourne just got on the scoreboard early, never really relinquished that lead or made it close for Cotuit, and that was the name of the game, just jumping on the starting pitcher for Cotuit, Nick Wimberly, early in this one, building up enough of a lead to where you don't really have to worry about much. Bourne was able to keep their bullpen usage low, so I mean, by all accounts, this was a good game from Bourne.
It sure was. They got a decisive 11-5 victory over the Cotuit Kettleers in game number 1. Your winning pitcher will be Joey Colucci. His first decision against the Kets all year, despite pitching against them 3 times before this, starting 3 games, and this time his first decision, getting the victory. 5 innings, 5 hits on 3 runs, 8 strikeouts for Colucci. I mean, Chris, he was all over the Kets.
He really was. Started from the beginning. I mean, to go 3 up, 3 down just off the bat, and this one was a big jump for him. I mean, he really just commanded the zone the entire first 4 innings, even the 5th inning where he got tagged up for 3 runs. By that point, you're just asking for another inning out of him rather than keeping it scoreless, and he did just that.
He was followed by Colton Hartman, who went 2 innings of 1-run ball, and Saxon Roberts allowed 1 through 2 himself. Cotuit started Nick Wimberly, and he got tagged up. 7 hits, 6 runs, and Dylan Scudder did a good job to try and manage the damage. He allowed 2 runs, 1 earned in an inning and a third, and then Gavin Jones came in and allowed 2 in a third of an inning, gave up 4 walks. And then Will Newell's really the star of the game on the pitching side for the Kettleers. 1 run in 2 2/3, 4 strikeouts for him. You got to tip your cap to his effort to preserve the rest of that bullpen.
Cotuit not really wanting to use up a lot of arms in that one, especially with the game the score it was. So good job from Will Newell to come in and eat up some innings, get 4 strikeouts as well. Just save some arms for tomorrow's game. Should be a fun one. Ryan Buckler will be on the mound for Cotuit. Always love a good Buckler bump day. This one in front of the home crowd, in front of his family, local product. Should be a fun game to see him.
11-5 is your score. 11 on 15 runs for the Braves. 1 error. 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors for the Kettleers. They left 9 on base. In Bourne, their 11 runs scored. They left 14 runners on base. There was more on the table on that end, but that's besides the point. Chris, any final thoughts?
Cats are back tomorrow. This series ain't over.
They'll play at 4 o'clock at beautiful Lowell Park. A home game for the Kettleers coming up tomorrow. Be there on Cape League TV, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you may view that game. We'll be there. Chris and me, Connor, Jaden Marine, our sideline reporter. Thank you to Sorka Lewis for the production of this game, and for the whole rest of the crew behind us, all the photographers, the videographers, the writers. Everyone deserves a shout out after this one. So we will go home for now, but tomorrow, join us on Cape League TV. Good night.